Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I am John, the Game Master for the evening, and with me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Baldwin Ironhands, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Jeremy.
I am Jeremy. I am playing Selena, Fire Genasi, Wild Magic Sorcerer.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Hope, Rogue Azamar Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I am playing Agdrasol, the Elven Ranger.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and I am playing Staphylos, the Minotaur Drunken Master Monk.
And yes, as some of you may notice, we are again missing Sarah today. Cody is having some internet problems with Skype, and will be joining us later when he tames the wild beast known as Skype. And Patricia, unfortunately, last week was her last game with us for a while. Her Thursdays have suddenly got full of things, and she was not able to rejoin us. But
Stupid things.
stupid things and their
Grad
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, when last we left our adventurers, they were at the Crystal Chandelier, sharing a taste of spirits with one another and sort of preparing for the evening before their next day, when they would be heading out to catch an airship to the Oasis of Illanura. And as I say, the Oasis of Illanura, I realize I'm not in Roll20. I should probably get in there so I can watch you guys roll dice.
We can just tell you.
I promise.
Natural 20.
Wow, you guys are rolling a lot of natural 20 this week.
While Jack is being cautious and only ever rolling 17.
And
Jack,
somehow,
that's your, like, 17th 17 in a row.
and somehow, I'm still pulling off natural ones left and right.
But,
Skill.
I wanted to pick it up where we left off, just in case there was anything else you guys wanted to do the night before going to bed. Corbin is currently on the ground, catatonic,
Yep.
having failed Marduk's challenge. Selena is currently bouncing on a stool, having succeeded Marduk's challenge and receiving the reward of Tinser's transformation.
My knee still kind of hurts. But
Wham! Selena falls off the stool. Staphylos is on his 27th drink. And Baldrin.
Feeling fine.
And Baldrin, a large mug of overflowing alcoholic drink sits before you.
He just kind of takes it, sips it very slowly.
Alright, give me a Constitution save.
I don't get advantage for being dwarf, but
No, you do, because you have advantage on saves those against poisons, don't you?
yes.
Yeah, so you have advantage. You don't have disadvantage because you didn't chug it, so...
That's good.
20!
You sort of take a sip, and you sort of feel the magical essence of the drink flowing through you. You know you have to finish the drink before you get its full effects, but you just, very, temperedly drink the drink, and eventually you feel that Tinser's transformation flowing through you as well. this buzz of energy and awareness and sudden lack of magical capabilities.
That's an experience you only get once in a while.
Yep. Kind of awesome. I'm digging it so hard right now.
Well, you have your rooms for the night. Is there anything else I can get any of you?
I will take one more round.
I'm still not there, right? I was out buying discount acid.
Yeah, we'll say you know where they were going, so you would have arrived at roughly this point.
Okay.
With your discount acid question mark.
Yep.
Agdrasol is with Adolfo at a different bar. And Igor sort of looks over at Staphylos. Going up yet another step?
Yes, we will do this.
All right. As you recall, the last drink that he had given you was sort of a reddish wine in a series of pewter glasses. This time he pulls the tray back down with all the glasses on him, sort of gathers all the glasses back, pulls the tray down, reaches over into a drawer and pulls out a drawer, and this drawer pulls out to an impossible length. Like the counter's only 2 feet wide, and he pulls like a 7-foot drawer out of it. And he just sort of pulls it out, and it sort of stops in front of him, and he whistles. And these animated steins just sort of stand up out of the counter and march in lockstep, sort of goose-stepping their way onto the counter. He then closes the ridiculously long drawer and just motions to them. You notice that they are already, as you look in, you see them filling themselves with this dark brown liquid that very rapidly acquires a very nice head on top.
That looks disturbing. I sit down.
Selena's like, wait. There's a step up from this?
No, this is a step up from what Staphylos had.
Oh, fuck that. I'm already like here, and it feels like that would be like here. And yeah, I don't want to get brought down.
You're vibrating.
No, Marduk's challenge.
What you talking about?
Marduk's challenge is the peak of what we call, alcohol, really.
Yeah.
Staphylos will take his time finishing these 7. He's primed the pump enough to where he can just enjoy it now.
So these tankards are slightly creepy in that they seem to want to be drank out of. You're pretty certain they're getting some sort of illicit thrill out of you picking them up and downing them. And the drink within is this smooth, almost caramel feel to it. Fairly bitter. Caramel in texture, not so much in taste, but a sort of bitter, thick, viscous, definitely hoppy beer of some kind. That, depending on whether or not you like Guinness, goes down at whatever variant of
I was going to say, you're literally describing a Guinness. So.
I am. Yes, I am literally describing a Guinness. I don't care for them myself, but I know it's popular.
I was going to say, the correct answer there is no, you do not like it.
Oh, Staphylos might.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, I'll probably be here for another hour then.
Yeah.
Just taking my time working through those.
Those go down a little bit slower than the other ones, both physically and just at the pace you're drinking. And so this individual turns to Hope, who comes in. Do you come up to the bar, Hope, or do you?
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, this
Hope.
short gnome.
Hope, you've got to try this.
What is it? You're vibrating. It's kind of disturbing.
Ganassi friend tried a mug of Marduk's challenge. It's our most refined taste on the menu.
But like the god?
Yes, the god.
Uh-huh.
Challenge. No,
No, yeah, you gotta do
No,
it. You've gotta do it.
no. I don't like gods. We've established this.
No, it's not. No,
You're vibrating.
The name is a gimmick.
huh? Yeah, exactly. It's like a meta branding marketing. It's not actually you've got to try this. Yeah.
You
How
see,
much was
you
it
see,
again?
you see Baldrin starting to vibrate off to one side as well.
How much was it again?
I think it was like 10 gold.
Oh, I don't have 10 gold.
It was 2 gold, actually.
Oh, was it 2 gold? It was 2
I
gold.
don't have
Yeah.
2 gold.
Slap 2 gold down.
Very well. And this long-nosed gnome once again retreats to the ceiling, where you hear this loud series of mechanical whirring and grinding and cranking and etc. etc.
Slightly worried
and
about this.
Eventually comes back down with a large foaming, like massive foaming mug of drink and sets it down in front of you. Enjoy.
So you have this, Baldrin?
Hi.
You're vibrating too. This is.
You also
okay.
see Corbin passed out on the floor. Like
What
not
happened to
not
him?
really passed out. His eyes are still open. He's just like stiff as a board on the ground.
Okay.
He had it and
He's
couldn't
fine.
take it.
Nothing. He's fine.
Oh.
Go ahead, drink it.
I'm gonna take this to go. I'm just gonna take the cup and leave.
Okay.
And fine. I'm gonna drink it outside of my room as I open the door. I'm just gonna
You-
down it.
You haven't-
Because why
you
not?
haven't- You haven't acquired a room yet.
The room. Dang it. Okay.
Don't we
well,
have the keys? Like the
Staphylus does, yes.
I come back down. I'll drink this, and then I need to go to sleep because we have to go apparently go on some stupid ride again in the sky. Everything's terrible. I'm gonna drink this thing.
All right. Do you just down it in one gulp or what?
Let's do several gulps.
But
because-
you're gulping, not sipping, basically.
Yeah, I don't think I would sip.
Okay.
It's not
Give
gulp.
me a Constitution check with disadvantage.
Yeah,
Save.
Not good at these.
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
Save.
Yes. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. That's a natural one.
So you get about halfway
Yes.
through. You get about halfway through the drink, gulping down, before you blink and realize you're not in the tavern anymore. You're in a long feasting hall filled with giant Nordic warriors, drinking and singing and slamming their shields into each other, and Corbin is like right next to you eating and like drinking food and like looks up at you. Corbin, you see Hope appear in this long Viking hall that you've been in for a while now.
Hey! You
I-
made it!
Yes. Oh God, that's me. They better pick me up and put me in a room. Dang it! You're passed
mean?
out.
I'm eating. This is some good
You're,
shit.
No, you're passed out on the floor, man. You're gonna feel it tomorrow. No, dang it.
Meanwhile, back in the
Meanwhile, back in the tavern,
Yahtzee!
Hope has just sort of lowered the drink to like chest level and stopped moving. He's just sort of staring out ahead.
If Hope has stopped drinking halfway through, Staphylus will reach over and gently pry it out of their hands and start sipping it slowly himself.
Make me a strength roll.
Okay.
Opposed by a strength roll from Hope, please.
Okay.
Is it just strength or is it athletics?
Strength
Just strength. This is just your raw ability to hold on to the cup.
16.
What was your Staphlus? I'm modifying
Nice.
cameras so I
18.
can see. So yeah, Hope is holding on to the mug quite a bit, but you managed to sort of like peel the fingers back. So now Hope is just sort of standing there with hand fully opened. Maybe are you sipping it or chugging it?
Sipping. Definitely
Maybe
sipping.
just a regular
I've seen
Constitution
this-
saving throw. Though.
I've seen this shit go. Right. And you said just a flat Constitution save?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me know what you get.
That's a 9.
After a few
You
moments,
have
Come
poison-related
join us.
advantage.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm immune to being poisoned, yes.
Oh.
Yep.
So does that just give him advantage on the save?
nope, because
basically.
it's magic.
All right.
The only reason it worked for the dwarf is because it's
That's designed for
it's
alcohol.
it's an innate dwarven thing, whereas for you it's a thing from your training.
Yeah.
And also doesn't quite qualify for this.
That's fair. I'm fine with it not qualifying.
So yeah, after
Also, it's probably due to the fact that I've drank almost an entire liquor store already tonight.
so after a few moments, Hope and Corbin, you find a large minotaur sitting next to you in this apparent halls of Valhalla.
Hey.
Oh,
Welcome.
it appears I did
Welcome.
not pace myself as well as I anticipated, but still, it's pleasant place. Pass, whatever is in that bowl. I want some of that.
And
I
he
think
gets
it's whatever you want it to be.
He gets passed to you. And so the three of you spend the night feasting in Valhalla. As Selena and Baldrin, you look and see Staphylos now has also stopped moving with his eyes wide open.
But my cup is empty.
The cup is empty, yes.
My cup. My cup.
Mine now.
Oh,
He just looks over at Baldur is like, so I guess we're the badasses of this group then, right?
was that ever really in doubt?
No, not at all.
But now we have to figure out how to get the Minotaur upstairs to a room.
Hold on. Let me look at my spells.
Can't you not
You can't.
cast spells right now?
Yeah,
Nope, you
spells
can't
don't
cast
get
spells
cast.
right now.
But you
Do I
both have
know
a high
that?
strike.
You don't
Yeah,
know
I was
that.
gonna say,
You don't make me an Arcana roll.
I probably know that because I've been.
Both of you make me an Arcana roll. You know about the drink, but you don't necessarily know about the
22.
effect. Yes, you know what Tinser's transformation is, and that you're under the effect. Baldrin, you don't know. You typically have difficulty casting spells when drunk, though. So
Yeah.
I look over at the bartender. So when somebody comes in here by themselves, has already gotten a room, and drinks one of these, what do you do? Just let them sit here forever? Do you take them to their room? Do you have a way to
no.
get them there?
we certainly have ways of getting our clients to their rooms.
Yeah, this guy's big.
He whistles, and the chair that Staphylos is sitting in gets up and starts moving with him in it.
Before the chair takes away, I try and get the keys off.
So you get the keys off as the chair up the stairs with Staphylos in it.
All right, Corbin and Hope, I think we can handle.
Yeah.
The two of you eventually get them all into their rooms. Agdrosal, is there anything that you were wanting to do before retiring to bed, or are you going to spend the night at that inn with Adolfo, or what?
I'll spend the night there. I'm good.
So, is there anything else
I
you were
didn't
wanting to
technically
do
get rooms.
before? They had already paid for them. Is there anything that
Okay.
you wanted to do before going to bed?
Not really. Drink.
Yep, lots of drinking. All right, so you all eventually sleep in various different places, and wake up in the morning. Staphylos, Corbin, and Hope. Eventually, your vision of Valhalla fades, and you find yourself waking up in the real world, with a point of exhaustion each, because
Aw.
that's some hard partying you just did.
Hell yeah.
Aw.
Baldrin and Selena, you got a point of exhaustion after
After an hour, which went away.
After an hour, which then went away after a long rest.
Yep.
I feel terrible.
Ah, that was fucking great.
Oh. Yeah. It comes with territory.
I know who to talk about hangovers. I know a guy.
So you all reconvene downstairs in the crystal chandelier. Igor is still behind the counter,
I need to pick
looking
my spells.
exactly the same as he did yesterday.
Igor, my friend,
Yes.
we need drink for aftermath of failing the challenge, which is only third time I have failed challenge, so I think you know what I am looking for. Do you still have any on hand?
Of course.
I slide 2 gold across the counter to it.
Yeah, another mug gets dropped down in front of you.
Yeah, if it helps, I'll take one too.
What is that?
This one I chug.
Give me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh no.
I will wait though to see what happens to the Minotaur.
That's a 5.
Once again, Staphylos locks up.
Wait, no, I was asking him for a hair of the dog cure to cure the exhaustion.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not asking for another Marduk's challenge. I was just giving him 2 gold for an equal.
Gotcha.
I want to do it again.
Yeah, no, that was not what I was after. Sorry, I was a little less clear than I should have been.
You're looking for a hangover cure.
Yes.
He reaches down into a thing. It doesn't cost 2 gold. It's 5 silver. He reaches down into a cupboard and pulls up this bubbly blue, very fancy looking crystal liquid in a large crystal. It's like a wine. It's like it's champagne flute. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. And like this bubbly blue liquid in a champagne flute. Sits it down.
I hold up 2 fingers at him and kind of jerk my thumb towards hope.
Tink, tink.
And another 5.
Yep. So 2 more. Another one hits the thing.
Hey, Miss Hope, this one is for you. Will help clear clouds in the head. Yes.
What is it?
And he just pounds his.
And immediately you feel this surge of vigor and energy wash through you as the exhaustion goes away. As does any lingering effects that would have been affecting you of disease or poison nature, but you're immune to those. So
It makes feel better now that yes, morning is like sleep in glass.
It tastes like liquid tofu, though.
Yeah.
I'll drink mine.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Both of you. Yeah, it tastes like liquid tofu, but it clears you right up. You feel energized. Your exhaustion goes away.
That's very good.
Igor runs
Okay.
top-notch establishment in this town, yes. Well, Igor, was lovely to do business with you again, and
Of
keep up the good
course.
work. We must go fly over desert now, so we'll see you eventually, I think, yes.
Of course, you're all always welcome back to the Crystal Chandelier.
Good stuff.
Come, friends. There are places we must be.
Yep.
You all do realize that neither Agdrasol nor Adolfo are with you.
Oh, shit.
We're
Where's one half of the avenging team?
yeah. Where'd the other 2? Where are they? Do you guys know? We were kind of out
No.
partying.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Is Kaylin here as well or not? By the way, just curious.
Kaylin is there, yes.
Okay.
Cutting over real
Yeah.
quick. Agdrasol, you wake up a little dry, little dried out, but not too bad. You get up. Adolfo's downstairs, sort of at the door, waiting, sort of waiting for you to appear.
Fling on my stuff, head down.
Right. Well, I suppose we should go and find our comrades.
Yeah.
Did you happen to hear where they were going?
Eventually, they're going to get an airship.
Perhaps we should meet him there.
Imagine there aren't too many airship ports.
Only the one. At least here.
Oh. Well, then they're going to have to run across us eventually.
Sounds good. And the two of you head up to the crystalline tower that is Zygmunt Selipulvis's home and enterprise. The rest of you sitting sort of as you're planning, Kalen sound. Actually, I'm going to be staying here in town for a while, if you don't mind. I have a bit of a job I need to do, and if Agdrasol is going with you guys, then I need to stay here and get it done. So,
What
you do
job?
you.
just work for my boss.
Okay.
I still have a job. I'm not an adventurer like you. And she just sort
I'll
of
head out.
very quietly heads out as well. So, where are the group of you going?
Stavros is planning on heading straight to the Ziggy's tower and looking at booking passage.
Oh, by the way, I was hoping to identify the glass thing over the course of my long rest. By the way.
Yeah, you did your identify ritual, and you couldn't identify it. It eludes identification.
Interesting.
Fancy.
Well, I'll have to find out when I need to use it.
Yep.
Can I identify at least a mechanism for activation?
There is a switch on it.
Okay.
There's like a little like it's sort of like a spiraling conch of emerald, and sort of in the middle of the spiral there is a indentation that can be pushed in.
Okay.
You should find a room of crowded people and push that button.
This is for very specific emergencies. So.
Yeah, so let's.
I think because Jeremy was looking at something for Selena.
I was looking to see if I had any like, hey, where are you? But I don't.
Okay. So, are you all agreed at heading to the tower then?
Sure.
I mean, if you want me to, I can let Agdrasol know where we're going.
You know that they're there?
No, you guys don't know where they are.
No.
I don't know where they're at, but I can let Agdrasol know.
I mean, they gotta kind of find us. Unless he goes off and wants to, go run into a
My magic
trap.
is a
You
little
mean like
bit
what they
different.
did yesterday?
Yeah,
do it.
that's true. Maybe don't want that. I don't know.
So I cast Sending, and I tell Agdrasol we're heading to the airship dock.
Okay.
So,
You get
I sort of in the middle of walking there, you get that message.
back. Yeah, I know. I was headed there.
Sending
Our
can't send back, I
board
don't think.
didn't know. So that's part of the reason I stuck with him.
Yeah, Sending can't get something back. So.
Ow. Is sending
Oh, no,
a
no,
ninja
yes,
version?
You do.
Never mind. I missed that sentence right there. And can answer in a like manner immediately.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
I was gonna say
I was very confused.
the
for a
cantrip you don't get anything back, but yeah. We know. I know. Headed there. Our bird didn't know. That's part of why I stuck with him.
So, eventually, the group of you all meet up at the tower, which is busy as always. And sort of within moments of the group of you stepping in, seeing each other, and sort of collating together, the familiar odd-eyed, blonde hair, light blonde-haired form of Ziggy appears. Well, I've been told that you're all looking for transportation out to the oasis.
Would be
That is
correct.
accurate. Looking good as always.
Thank you. I do try my best. Well then, assuming this is only the group of you and not cargo, we do have some of our passenger flights available currently. If you're looking to, I believe Staphylos has already informed you of the price. Unless I'm mistaken.
Yes, I mentioned last night when we were drinking. Does anyone remember? Because I do not.
No.
Nope.
You were not there, but the others,
Was it 50 or
Can
That
I
was-
get, because that was not last
50
night,
apiece.
that was approximately 7 days ago. Can I get an intelligence roll or something to remember?
I think it was 50 apiece.
yeah, I think that was.
50? Okay.
Fuck if I know.
What is the... I'm going to be that annoying person.
I
What's the
feel
exchange
like
rate
it
on
was-
Electrum?
One electrum is half a gold.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it was like 10 gold.
You say that, and he just looks at you, looks back at Staphylos. Sounds
I am
like you had a
sorry,
bit
I-
more to drink tonight than last night.
I failed the Marduk's challenge, but I did not wreck business this time. So we are making progress.
No, that would be 50 gold a person.
Yes, that was
I was
number
close.
8, I believe I said.
I think we're
but-
gonna use.
We will go to counter and purchase ticket. Yes.
Certainly. I would recommend travel aboard the Zephyr. It's one of the more comfortable ones.
Good to know.
Is that the one we came here on?
No.
Okay.
Mm,
Sorry, I've been talking about Zephyr a lot today.
Staphylos
Eileen.
will stomp his way over to a counter and immediately begin, in a very jolly manner, harassing someone for attention. You know, regular middle-aged white male maneuver.
I lean over to Corbin. Hey, Corbin, I need
Yeah.
to borrow 50 gold.
I thought we were gonna pay. I thought that's what that box was for. That was paying for most of us.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's I completely forgot. I
had
have
what?
a metric crap ton of gold.
275 in it, and we only needed 25.
375.
375,
And,
and we needed the 25. Yeah.
so we have enough gold?
wait. If there's
Yeah.
375, there's 7 of us. 6
That would
of
be
us.
300.
6 of us.
We still have 5.
There's a bard too.
Yeah, and the bard.
Oh, yeah.
Is getting paid for.
50,
Unless he's willing to
100,
cover
150,
himself.
200,
Unless he can't
250,
cover
300.
That's 7.
No, I am perfectly fine covering my own expenses.
Okay, so there are 5 of us. So that's 250. We have I
Six.
have 125 left over.
Where's
Hang
the
on,
math?
hang on,
There's
hang on.
6.
I'm counting portraits here. 50,
5.
100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350.
You're forgetting about Staphylos.
Or yourself.
I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Count the DM.
There are 6 there.
We had this same conversation last week, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's 300 then.
Count the DM for 5. That's 7.
Oh, 5 is with us too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I legitimately.
There's too many
about 5.
phantom
Yeah.
semi-existent
5
people here.
5 hasn't done anything in like 3
Yeah, no.
episodes.
With Kalen, it would have been 400, but not without Kalen. Now it's 350.
So okay, so 350. I have 25 left. That works.
So
Okay, good.
you up, yeah, and you all go up to the counter, and yes, you get an attendant there, a
This
very
lovely young person will help us get tickets.
attractive looking elf who just sort of steps up and yes, you're looking to board a passenger flight
Correct.
On Zephyr.
Hopefully.
on the Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay, certainly it is in dock currently. That'll be 50 gold apiece. You take the box and
Take 25 back from it.
25 out.
count out. They say could have count out 350. Very well, and sort of reach over and open up a little box and pull out a whole bunch of like little silver pieces of paper and hand them all out to you. These are your boarding tickets. If you will go to the Zephyr docks at docking struts 15. You'll need to take the elevator up to the docking struts and go out to number 15.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you all go and pack into an elevator, or the same elevator you came down in, which, as the door closes behind you, once again, the view on the inside that is just a crystal tower goes translucent, and you can see the entirety of the city around you as the elevator rises up.
Y'all ever wonder about a company that until now had no place? You couldn't go to the capital city, technically, because the capital city didn't exist. But they think they went to the capital city, but no one actually ever went there. Do you ever wonder about that?
Maybe they had a different capital city, and
Yes,
this whole thing rewrote everything for them.
yes. The theory from the information we've gathered is that they had their own rendition of Core that did have a dock, and then when our world was made, then everything changed.
And just
You
as
are
a-
bringing up the age-old conversation on mutability of memory and what experience actually is. This is something that the monks of my nation have contemplated for many, many years under long circumstance.
Just quoting every
the correct
Russian
answer
philosopher.
is get drunk and don't think about it too much.
As a terminology
I did not know you have
clarification-
visited Waterflame.
As a,
I haven't.
John to this
I
talk
came to this
eventually.
through my own meditation.
As a terminology correction, Kor is the capital of the Kornite theocracy. You are currently in the Republic of Illanura, whose capital is Illan, which is where you're
Okay.
going.
Okay, so they could go to the capital city, but to no other countries, or
not to Core.
And not to the Kornite theocracy specifically.
Again,
bizarre.
reality and memories and shit being rewritten.
Yeah, but no one else who I
Integrated.
talked to had any like solid memory. It was weird. It's real. This is real weird. I don't know.
Is easier if you drink more.
Okay.
Not my experience.
We got smacked by the hammer of a god.
This
I
what
yeah.
went?
passed weird a while back.
Yeah, but I'm still weirded
I
out
don't
by
know.
it.
Cleric, is that the wrong terminology?
We
Probably.
weren't quite struck by their hammer so much as we were witness to their hammer forging out the rest of this, well, what currently exists of this plane. But yes, we did have an encounter with the plane shaper.
It
We
was
were
weird.
metaphorically smacked by the hammer.
Oh, look, here is ship.
We
Hello,
encountered.
Zephyr.
Yeah, the elevator opens up and you step out onto the loading area and head out towards docking strut 15, where you see. So the cargo ship that you came on was this big bloated galleon of a vessel with 4 large crystals keeping it afloat. This one is a much slimmer and smoother profile. It looks kind of like a the real world analog that comes to mind is a trireme. I don't know how many of you know what a trireme looks like, but
Yes.
it's sort of a long boat that has sort of curving ends on either side, with a flat top that's not very particularly wide.
I've played
Mentioned something
Sorry.
Thank you
vaguely
very much.
archaeological and
Ah!
Mara using her
Trireme.
shit.
Yes, it is very much sort of a Roman trireme. But hanging off the front and back end of the ship is once more these large blue crystals that have this large golden ring around them that are connected to the thing. This one only appears to have 2. And this one does have a mast, unlike the larger cargo ship. You all step onto the thing, and the Zephyr is... there are a collection of elves in very smart uniforms that you've now come to realize is sort of the uniform of this company, that sort of step up and meet you. one of them, an older female. Hello and welcome to the Zephyr. I am Elisaria Windrunner. Where you are heading to Illan, correct?
That's the Oasis, right?
We are come
Yes.
recommended
Yeah.
to this ship by Mr. Stellapulvis.
Yes, well, welcome aboard. Your lodgings are below. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. We'll be taking off in a few moments.
You look familiar. Do you have a sister?
Many, yes. Why?
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yay, ships.
Staphylos will
Find-
go find a cabin or a armchair or whatever he can find.
All right, yeah, there's plenty of. So, how many of you go under docks? How many of you go above?
I'll stay above on the deck.
Above is probably Agrisol's preference.
In the middle, but on deck.
Okay. All right, so you gather yourselves in various places, and after a few moments, after about an hour basically of you settling in, if there's anything you guys want to do in that hour, the ship takes off. There is this shifting of pressure as the ship moves away from the the term is strut. Thank
The
you.
dock.
The landing strut was the term I was trying to come together or come to. Yeah, there's a slight shift of inertia as the ship pulls away and heads off over the bright sands of Illanura.
That's not supposed to be a disadvantage. Oh, hey, Staphylos goes and vomits over the rail.
It was destined.
Wow.
As Staphylos rolls a natural 1, the motion sickness overcomes him and over the
Let's
edge.
be clear for those at home. Rolled with disadvantage, got a natural 1. Realized it wasn't supposed to be a disadvantage. Rolled again and got another natural 1.
Hey, burn him now while we can.
That's
The
not
dice had a plan for you, is all I'm gonna say.
And then yells, "Look out below!" As we are definitely probably still over the city.
Oh,
Yeah, you lose track of the vomit before it hits anything, though.
Yeah,
you're
someone
quite a ways
someone
up.
is gonna either die just from the impact force of something falling for that
No,
long.
it
It's
doesn't.
liquid.
It doesn't stay. Yeah, it doesn't
No.
stay in one.
Someone's going to have like a bit of. It's going to spread on wind, but someone's
Yeah.
going to have a bit of unknown matter on their coat, and they're not going to know where it came from.
yeah, just a fine
mean-
mist.
I don't know. Does Marduk's challenge congeal a bit when it enters the stomach?
Also,
Roll me a D100.
All right.
Why are we doing this?
Because we want to think
Nice.
about some random noble walking along, and all of a sudden,
So, way down where the camera shifts,
yeah.
the camera shifts down to the street level, where there is a group of well-off nobility going to the theater for the morning, going for the matinee performance. And there is one particularly foppish noble lady wearing a big fashionable French skirt with a large hat that's cocked to one side but tied onto her head so it doesn't fall off. Carrying a small cat. And her husband next to her, equally foppishly dressed. Walking down the street of Illanura, or of Luxuria, and they hear the faintest echoes from above of "Look out below." and having their attention thus drawn upwards,
See it coming.
the
Did their mouths
camera
drop open out of like what?
the camera cuts back up to the ship, and for some reason you hear the loudest and most disgusting shriek you've ever heard coming from somewhere below.
Staphylos passes it off as innocently as possible and just turns his back to the rail and begins whistling as if he were as carefree as anyone.
And the angriest cat yowl of all time.
That one's kind of muted underneath the scream, but yeah, you can assume it's there.
And he's gonna go find some place and have a bit of a lie down.
The vomit might be mostly liquid, but any breakfast he would eat was still mostly solid, and it only takes a dime to dent a car off the Empire State Building.
A dime is made of metal. I did not eat any metal during my breakfast.
No, that just means the dime doesn't shatter as easily.
Anyways,
will still stab someone.
The Staphylos goes inside and lays down, trying to get his motion sick stomach to not hurl anything else.
So he's like, well, that's the thing that happened, and then we'll just sit there and watch.
Do they have chairs on the deck? I'll just sit down.
They have stools, yeah,
Okay.
at various
Yeah, I'll
places.
sit down on one of the stools, just hang out.
Yeah, I'm sitting down as close to the center of the ship as possible. Just not happy.
All right. So the group of you are sitting down, sort of center of ship. Some of you are below decks. This is like a trireme, not a trireme. It's much deeper than a trireme. But
Deep, man.
the day weighs on. Below, you can see, those of you that look over the edge, can see the desert flowing beneath you. The ship is moving fairly quickly, and unlike the previous one, the cargo ship, which had some sort of juddering and like shakiness to it, this moves smoothly as if it was just being carried rather than flying somewhere. There's no turbulence, there's no rough juddering, there's barely any sense of motion. There is certainly a sense of motion, and especially if you look down and see the ground moving, your brain starts to freak out because you don't feel like you're moving as fast as you can tell you're moving, but it's just this very smooth and calm ride out to Illan. It's going to be a couple of hours on the ship before you get to Illan. So, in those hours, what is everyone doing other than sitting down?
Boldrin.
Nap.
Boldrin will take two below decks, and for just a minute is going to take a moment to pray to the Forge Father that whatever happens, innocence in this coming hunt will be left aside, and maybe my companions will see how much danger they put not just themselves in, but also others, and going to use his divine intervention for the day, and nothing's gonna happen.
Ooh.
We're gonna find out. Yeah, no.
You pray.
I pray for karma on my party.
I pray that lightning strikes my allies. Nothing happens.
I know that's not what Boldrin is praying for, but
Okay, so Boldrin is praying, seeking guidance in the Forge Father. Selena, are you just chilling, relaxing?
Selena's just sort of sitting at probably sitting near the front of the front of the ship, front of the boat.
Maxing,
The airboat.
relaxing. Shooting some bebop outside the school.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Couple of guys
no.
who were no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. Got in one little fight. My mom got scared, so I moved to your auntie and your uncle in Bel Air.
No, just see they're sort of watching ahead, and it's just being quiet and oddly quiet.
Adolfo also is fairly quiet as he's just sort of staring out across the desert
Yep.
at the oasis that you can see from this distance. All right. Corbin? Hope?
I'll just, every once in a while, I'll just hang out on the deck and then look around, make sure there's not anything up in the air with us.
Give me a perception check.
What do my human eyes see? 16.
The air of Illanura is fairly calm. Doesn't need much out here. You do notice something shiny in the sand off in the distance, way below. But it's really hard to tell from this height. But there's something is like reflecting light in the sand down there.
So when I'm looking at it, I'll just kind of turn to see if the nearest deckhand or anybody that lives in this area. I'll just be like, hey, what's that?
I'll go over and look and.
What?
Oh, there he is. I was wondering where he was. No, that's as a name escapes my head. That's Zither. It's not his real name, but that's what we call him. He's a dragon. It's a brass dragon. They hang out. They like to hang out in the desert, and he likes to bury random passersby who are asleep up to their neck in sand and talk to them.
That seems super passive aggressive.
No, he's really really sociable, but he likes to play pranks on people.
All right.
Oh, dragons, you things.
I was going to say suck, but okay.
Also, when I'm not looking around at stuff, I'll put on the scale armor that I have and try to, just break it in.
Sure.
Get it nice and loose.
I am, well, after I sit for a while and then slowly start to panic, and then I need to walk around, so I pace a bunch. And if Agdrasol is up on deck, I go over to talk. So, so Kaylin's still doing stuff. You two are still like working for Cal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for him?
Whatever he tells me to.
Shut up.
Whatever the master requires.
Agdrasol will actually kind of look up for a minute. Work. I'm hired arms.
Okay. What does Kaylin do? Because I don't know.
Kaylin's smart.
Yeah, I know.
She knows books and magic and got a good brain on her, that one.
Yeah, some stuff.
She does that. And also she's hired magic.
Because Cal's not a good person. It freaks me out.
I look around. Cal's not.
Like,
I don't have a job because I feel like it's a morally strong thing to do. I have a job because I need money.
mm-hmm. Yeah. But you keep working for the guy. So you clearly are okay. Because, we just handed someone's soul over to him to torture for hundreds of years. So.
Yeah, and? Okay, that's a bad way to put that.
Uh-huh. Sure. That's one way to say that.
Let's see. Fuck. It's not as under the board as some other things. I mean,
that he's done.
you just did work for that. John, can you remind me? Oh no, Ziggy was the name he said. He said to call him, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You did work for Ziggy. You didn't seem to have a problem with that.
No, I didn't. I was here to support Selena. And now she's off on some sort of vengeance thing, so...
That was your first mistake.
Like...
Have you ever considered the fact that we went to go talk to Cal originally to find a way into the abyss, which, as far as I know from like my limited remembrance of religion lessons, is kind of connected to devils or demons or some variant of that thing. And the fact that the Tower of the Gods is infected with something that felt very much like what I imagine the abyss to be.
I mean, it's entirely possible Cal has some connection to that cosmic war. I wouldn't personally be aware of it. I mean, he's a dude that I work for.
Well, there you go. I have made you aware of the possibilities.
That Cal may have some connection to cosmic conflicts. I'm pretty sure you have some connection to cosmic conflicts. No offense, but I'm pretty sure Boldrin definitely has a connection to the cosmic conflicts.
That's because Boldrin's is apparently thinks this is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to get involved in cosmic conflicts, but here we are anyway.
Like,
yes, I do think
would I throw myself off a bridge for him? Not voluntarily. Do I have a problem doing money work for him? Do I have a problem being employed by someone who may not be the best person on the planet? No. Just like I don't spend 20 hours trying to research my arrows and make sure they were mined in a magically sustainable fashion away from ley lines.
I want some artisanally manufactured free-range arrows, please.
I mean, that's the way to go with your arrows. Anybody who tells you different is lying.
I hear they fly farther that way.
Well, I'm just saying that, I don't know. If we have to go back in the Tower of the Gods, which apparently is inevitable, then maybe we should make sure there aren't demons lurking around trying to kill us all, besides all the other terrors that are in there. Just reduce the risk.
Mean, obviously employer confidentiality, but I can tell you that Cal's never had any problem with me publicly and repeatedly saying that I am going to go into the Tower of the Gods and solve things.
That doesn't mean he doesn't have a stake in it. I don't know.
No, it doesn't, but like... Honestly, I've never directly met the guy. I think that's correct. But...
Except for when he stepped out of a portal onto that battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was 30 feet in the air at that point, so I don't think that counts.
Yeah, like you've never had a conversation with him directly. Or...
I've never directly met the guy. What I do know is that he does his thing, and, well, it's not always honest. It's usually consistent. Mostly he goes after people who try and break from that consistency.
That's not reassuring.
Like the guy that you guys helped us with.
Yeah, well,
It's like
know.
people who don't follow through on deals usually gets what's coming to them.
What Agdrasol is saying is, if he's evil, he's at least lawful evil.
It's not quite what he's trying to.
I know.
Not
I'm
at all
joking.
reassuring to
I'm
me.
joking.
Give me a second. Yeah, that's most of what he says.
He might be a bad guy, but at least he does business straight.
Well, what Agdrasol is trying to get at, but not getting across very well, because he's trying to be careful, not to say anything that would piss Cal off.
That's fair.
Is essentially, if he had a problem with it, he knows what I did, and he probably wouldn't have just sent me out to go continue doing that thing. Yeah. That's sort of what he's trying to communicate. I don't know how well that comes across.
Not at all.
It's
I think you convinced her.
really, like, let me put it this way. I would not recommend starting that fight, because then, like, I don't know if I directly have to fight you. It would depend on the circumstances, but this is really, like, directly in my wheelhouse, and that's not a fight you could win. It's not a challenge to your strength. I would say the same thing if you told me you wanted to go take down Ziggy.
Just wait.
Okay.
And I walk away.
Just you wait.
I'm gonna go find
Pacing-
Boldrin.
pacing.
Just you wait.
Okay.
Henry Higgins, just you wait. You find Boldrin.
I didn't need a musical interlude.
Well,
So
I did.
Agdrasol will, like, go to wherever Boldrin's praying, knock on the door.
Enter. Compose yourself for a moment.
I would like to deeply apologize. I may have accidentally encouraged an ally to suicidal extremes by cautioning that those extremes were suicidal.
Hope. Hope.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're apologizing to me.
I'm not. I'm apologizing, and points up, sort of roughly above Boldrin's head.
You know, you don't have to talk to a cleric to pray to the gods.
I don't. I prefer the intermediary, though.
I need a buffer.
Not that uncommon. That's what the
Nope.
absolution of things is.
That's what
I talk
confessionary is
to a
for, yeah.
religious figure, not the god directly.
Boldrin here playing the part of a divine VPN.
Beautiful.
That's not inaccurate.
If you don't know what a
Probably
VPN
not
is,
the best VPN,
Google.
though.
Also, I don't know if the Forge Father is the one you want to be apologizing to. I'm pretty certain that's not her deity.
I'm not apologizing to. I mean, balance. It's pretty obvious who her deity is, or at least who her deific parent is.
Yes, there's an essence of Larythia with her.
I'm not apologizing.
Then why'd you lead in with sorry?
Agdasol will look down at the holy symbol on his gauntlets of archery. Just, I guess. Well, also, I am intellectually, like, giving you fair warning that you now have a barbarian that wants to go demon hunting, I think.
I mean, the demons already infest the tower. That's exactly what you wanted, was to clean it out.
Yeah, solve the tower, cool. That is definitely the thing I am in favor of.
You know, I can't help you solve any problem if I don't know what any of them are.
In this case, it's because I can't tell you. But you'll know when the warning signs start showing up. It should be fine until we get back to core.
Well, for now, I've got to deal
I
with
think
some...
that your friend has the impression that wiping demons out of existence is the proper way to fix the tower, and I have a strong suspicion that if that is the case, we're already fucked.
No, the demons... I don't think any demons on this plane are going to be solved by... are going to be the solution to the demons in the tower.
That'd be my guess.
But at the moment, I've got my plate a little bit full trying to stop two other people from going down a very stupid and dangerous and suicidal path.
I mean, yeah.
I'm already balancing two plates.
Same here. Or, well... As Jeremy ducks out of frame...
To crinkle a bag.
Honestly, Adolfo seems too far gone.
Yes, I'm more worried about. I'm more worried he'll drag Selena down with him.
Are you fucking kidding? Adolfo is the rational one between us, you guys.
No.
Between the two of us? Yeah.
You just hide it better.
100%.
Rational?
That's what's worrying.
Yes.
Sorry.
Capable of reformation?
We'll
Like,
see.
I think Selena's chaotic nature is why we have hope for her.
Yep.
Adolfo is been set on this path for way too long. He's not changing.
He's in that rut.
I'm pretty certain he's dug that trench deeper than Selena has.
That's because Selena hasn't told you her backstory.
Because you refuse to.
Yup.
So,
It may also be that Agdasol doesn't like Adolfo.
Yeah, that too.
But I'm hoping that both of them will see how dangerous this is and will perhaps find better outlets once this is dealt with. I can understand that this individual needs to be dealt with, but I'm worried about who else is going to end up feeling the backlash.
Yep. Oh. John, I totally forgot. Quick question. Can I retcon buying a small knife while we were
Sure.
headed to the... Thanks.
You've bought a small knife for whatever the book price is.
It doesn't have one in the book, so I'm assuming it's the price of a dagger or less.
It's less than it. It's like a
Okay.
table knife.
Like half the price of a dagger, probably.
You have
Yeah.
a butter knife.
A small knife shows up in a few places, but does not have a listed price. So, 2 silver?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Unless I discover otherwise, 2 silver is fine.
That reminds me. And Agdrasol's gonna go find Selena.
Okay.
That reminds me, leave the room.
Basically, yes. Hey.
Reference knife.
Okay.
Leave room. Yep, she is still in the same spot near the front of the airboat. And
Ship.
is,
Bow.
I mean, I'm trying to get as many inaccurate terms as possible. You could also reference the
drive
fact I
me
called it
nuts.
the front.
Ugh.
Front of the floating boat. Is
Agdrasol will come
just
up from the
staring up
wing
ahead.
side.
Hey. What's up?
Hey.
I can see that, Jack.
We're meant to. What's up?
And he'll pull out some sort of small wood bits and a knife and 2 knives. Toss one over to her.
Catches
I
it.
can't.
Agdrasol throws a knife at you. Dexterity roll. I'm playing.
He just flings it across the deck.
I just like the idea of natural one, and you have the Ace Ventura.
I'm
scene.
sorry, I have to go deal with something.
Okay.
Oh,
Knife just
wow,
flies
wow,
off the edge of the boat, off the edge
Ping!
of the ship.
Ah!
Putting a pause in
Well,
that.
that's going on, yeah.
Was there anything else anybody else was doing? Was Baldrin talking to Staphylos? Was Staphylos doing anything other than sleeping? Was Hope going to talk to Baldrin?
Staphylos is probably feeling a little bit better now, and is wandering around the Zephyr trying to figure out what makes things work around here.
Oh no.
Aldrin is breakdancing right now.
The 2 crystals on either end of the ship.
I don't think.
Don't trust door-to-door healthcare salesmen.
Pardon me, I'd like to interest you in healthcare.
Sorry, someone knocked on my door. I had to go deal with
door
it.
to door to sell healthcare is a good
Hi,
idea.
I'm with Obamacare.
No, you're not. Because if you're with Obamacare, you don't call it fucking Obamacare.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Sorry,
your first
that was
clue.
completely unrelated. Just had to share it.
That's
All right.
amazing.
Hi, I'm here. Do you have any money I can have?
So, back, Staphylos is wandering the deck. Back to Agdrasol and Selena.
I now need to make a door-to-door cleric who goes around to doors like, right, I have healing powers. Do you have any injuries you need healed for a gold piece?
I mean,
She's like,
in a lot of medieval settings, that makes sense. I'd like
I am.
rest for the night. I can offer my healing services.
My next cleric is Nicholas D. Wolfwood.
Yes.
Confessions on the house, only $5.
Ken's knife. Are we doing whittling lessons? I don't understand. Wait, seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Camp counselor.
Why?
Trust me. Okay, it's because I have a feeling that doing archery on a boat with wind currents and no targets and lots of people around is a bad idea. I'm trying to teach you the kind of meditation that isn't bullshit mindfulness nonsense.
Looks at knife. Looks up. And now we go back to the original question. Why?
You're angry.
Not in the moment. I'm more confused.
Okay, so when I met you,
Uh-huh.
you were on a bloody rampage
Right.
to get rid of a admittedly monster demon thing. Or not a
Monster
I don't
demigod
care. I'm a
thing.
ranger, not a wizard.
A terrible thing. Yeah.
A terrible monstrosity thing.
Uh-huh.
But
I'm sorry?
you're kind of burning the candle at both ends, dear.
I mean, first of all, I appreciate the use of a fire metaphor. It's very punish, so I like that. But that being said, I actually do get what you're trying to do. I'm mostly just fucking with you. Now perhaps is not the best time.
That's exactly why it's a good time. You know,
It not being
the
a
dude
good
who
time.
taught
is
me
why
this
it's a
stuff
good
made it all
time.
seem really meaningful and important.
Did
And
he
was all
also tell you-
sagely, and he'd say stuff like that, and I'd go, oh, you know, I actually, but I can't get it to work.
Yeah, I'm good at seeing through bullshit, so that's bullshit.
This entire
The
time, because you
spiritual health and wellness is good for you part is not bullshit.
No, that's fine. That's all well and good. The spiritual, blah blah blah, light, floaty,
Okay,
silly
think of
stuff,
it-
whatever. But now is not the best time because I need to be focused. And
That's what I don't know about you, but that's what that sort of stuff is for.
I need to be focused in a way that calming myself will not facilitate.
I'm not asking you to calm down. I'm asking you to cut away from yourself and think through plans. Because
I 100%. And you
my thought is I can sneak and I can charge.
I am currently fantasy equivalent of laser focused right now.
they have lasers, laser focused.
Yeah, laser focused.
Lasers are spells. But yeah.
I am running through every potential plan opportunity. Ultimately, it's a little bit there's only so much I can do right now because we don't know the inside of that fucking place we're going to be going into. And from what the moneylender dude, I have his name written down here somewhere.
Ron.
Yeah. From what he said, we're not really gonna find out unless we capture one of these lieutenants, which is possible. So there's only so much planning that I can do. That said, right now I'm not. Darth Vader? What?
Driving your engine?
Sorry.
Oh, okay, I see.
Construction work.
Right now, I am not. I'm very much focused on the task at hand. I am not distracted at the moment. And if I try to do other things, I'm going to get distracted. And then I'm going to make a mistake. And then somebody's going to die. That is not going to be the person that I want to die. And that's not the outcome that I want. So I appreciate it. But I'll carve a duck some other time. Once we get this done,
Okay.
the duck carving shall commence. I will create the greatest duck that has ever been made.
I don't know why we're starting with ducks, but that works.
I don't know. Isn't that what you carve out of wood?
I don't know. I've never done this part before.
Are you gonna have me do it? See, now I'm getting angry, and now I'm losing focus.
Because I can't teach you archery on a ship.
Well, that's even more reason to wait until later.
Okay, fine.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I could not help but overhear. We are having duck for dinner, yes?
They have duck on this boat?
I think that is what they were talking about over here. Where is duck?
I toss a small piece of wood.
Oh, no, I see. Yes, looks like food, but it's not food. This is wood.
I'm gonna go take a nap until we arrive.
You will miss dinner.
See, because of the way Selena said this isn't a good time right now, for some reason I was thinking she was on deck in a bathtub.
Very clear water, but no, there's bubbles.
Those are soap bubbles. Some random person.
Cut to it.
So, anything else happening on the couple of hours?
Not unless there's food.
So,
No, that's
after a
pretty
few
much all
hours,
Bobby's doing.
you see on the horizon, not on the horizon, at the oasis, you can now see clearer the city of Illan. It's a little bit more widely spread out than Luxuria is. Luxuria is very sort of condensed onto a single large area with lots of crystal towers. This is far more spread out with a lot of sand, like sort of sand-based construction, a lot of sandstone. Large square buildings, separated out by avenues and venues of stone-laid paths, all sort of surrounding this large, massive oasis. There's quite a number of large structures out here. You can see what you can only assume to be the Capitol building of this large sort of palace-like structure in the middle of the city. And then very easily seen out in the distance, sort of not quite towards the horizon, but a good distance away from the city itself, is this secondary palace made of sandstone. Sort of stands apart alone by itself. There's a single road that goes out to it. Not a lot of activity on that road, it seems. And you're pretty certain that's the palace that you were told about that Kalen has outside the city. The ship actually lands in the oasis. There is a sort of a little segmented part of the oasis where there are sort of an airship landing area. It lands there. A ramp is extended down to the shore, and the captain greets you all at the ramp. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed your flight. If you're looking for a return flight, our offices are here, and she points over to a small, little squat building off to one side that just has the Luxurian Air Cargo sign on top of it. Simply step back there for a return trip. Thank you for flying, Luxurian Air. And
Sweet.
assumedly, you won't
Wait,
get off.
that wasn't a two-way ticket.
No.
Sheesh. 50 gold. Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry there, young hope. I believe we can find places to make money here if you are short on cash for return round. Yes.
So, you all step off the ship.
Mhm.
Yes, we do.
And you are in Illan.
Okay. So, how are we gonna
So-
get over there
Yeah.
now?
Probably if we walk, we will get there in time.
In time
Yeah,
for
straight across the desert, right? It's nice and flat. There's no like hills or anything. That real easy to see from very far away.
We saw
Shoot.
coming in. It is not too far.
Yeah, straight right up to the front door. Hi, you've just been attacked recently. We're here for random reasons.
We're here to sell
Young
health
Hope,
insurance.
I have a question for you. Why are you so angry all time?
Because everything sucks. Just what?
I'm-
This is not a good plan.
I'm
Why?
sorry. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm waiting for you to say it's only a game.
Right? It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
It's only a game where you have been mad. Adolfo,
Um,
standing off to one side. I believe the information we received was that there was a tunnel to the palace underneath the oasis.
This is
Yep.
true. I was there when Mr. Braun say so.
Oh, yeah.
Much better idea.
Yes, you only
We'll
ask
just
how
have
to
to
get
find
up
it.
there. We have different technique for getting inside, of course. No, it would be stupid to go to front door and reveal ourselves too soon.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Good you understand this. I was
So now we
worried.
have to find the tunnel.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
so this is worry angry.
Yeah, I have a lot of kinds of
That-
anger. You haven't realized this. This is
Yeah. Well,
I
I
have a
mean-
lot of different ones.
Next time you are feeling worry angry, you come talk to me. I help you fix.
Worry angry is sort of Hope's default setting.
We will need to work on that. You like beer or wine better, young Hope?
The last time I got really drunk, my brain tried to kill me. So no, thank you. I'm good.
Oh, not get really drunk. You start getting little bit drunk. Helps you calm down and talk better.
Okay. Well, we'll have to discuss this.
Minuscule bit drunk. Infinitesimal bit drunk.
Like one
We will
drink
talk.
from
Drunk,
Selena.
not
I-
hangover drunk.
Wake up the next, so I end up in some sort of weird tavern with
No,
those
no.
two.
We take care of you is to be okay. Is to be
It's
okay. We
okay.
are not going for how you say getting shit faced.
You know, there's actually a trick to stop hangovers that I don't know why no one ever pays attention to. It's called drinking water before you sleep.
First
It's
of all,
called having
because that
magic
does
that
not
solves that
work for
problem for
everybody.
you.
Says Selena, whose hair is vaguely smoldering right now.
But anyway, yes, we walk and look for a secret tunnel. Yes.
Yep. Sounds good.
Very good. And Staphylus starts off at full speed towards
So-
the.
Staphylus turns and
Did any of us ever explain that we can't keep up with him?
I don't know if he's
He's
noticed
tall enough,
yet.
he just every
I'll
time he
figure
turns
it out
around,
at
he
some
just
point.
realizes.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna start keeping calm emotion chain cast on you forever.
No. No. Stop it.
I'm kidding. I can't even cast it.
no,
Even,
but I can.
Like, there's no
Mhm.
possibility for me to cast it. I'm trying to lighten the mood. Let's go. They'll figure it out eventually and catch up with. Or
Somewhere down the city, he sticks his head around the corner of a building. Hurry up, slowpokes! Let's go, chop chop.
We're going. You're too fast.
I will slow down then.
That is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're taller than us. You walk faster.
I will walk in back. Make sure no one is left behind.
So where are you going?
To the we're in the oasis right now, right? We docked there.
Welcome.
Spread out and look.
Does anybody?
You spread out and look at the water. Give me perception checks.
I try to figure out why I'm in a Steven Spielberg movie.
18.
10.
17.
13.
Oh, perception. This is one of my
Second,
favorite
because
rolls.
My computer has just decided roll 20 is going to be weird.
Doesn't.
Oh, that's a sleight of hand.
Certainly looks like water. You suddenly
Even
have
for
the
those of us who rolled high.
Yep, you suddenly have the realization that it's hard to see through this water when the sun is above you.
It's bright.
Also, the tunnel is under
Sunny.
the water, so depending on how deep it is, you can tell that the oasis goes deep. You cannot see that, like even when there's not sun directly shining down, you can't see the bottom of it.
Are there?
Oh shit! It's actually.
Does it look
Oh, yes.
particularly
Will
guarded?
probably require
or...
swimming.
No, they're like people like splashing around like in the off the shores of the oasis. All right, Selena dives into the water.
I was thinking maybe we could.
Oh. The elf pets his poor wings.
All right, Selena, you're in the water.
Okay,
What are you doing?
I'm swimming around and looking
Give me
for
another
a secret
perception check.
tunnel.
Are you
She's
just
gonna
like
get
sort of
stuck
staying
down there.
like above the water, or are
I
you
jump
going
in.
under?
She's gonna get stuck. I want to jump in.
So Selena, you're
That's a 0.
it's a natural one.
Are your eyes even open?
Well, no, Selena, your eyes are open. You're looking around. You're not seeing the tunnel. You realize that you're above water still, and you sort of think about it for a minute and go, "Wait, no, I tried that already. Maybe I should go under the water." And then you stuck your head under the water. Give me a Constitution. Is there actually a swimming skill?
Athletics.
Yeah.
Give me an
Yeah,
athletics roll.
athletics.
Give me,
Yeah,
an,
swimming.
give me an athletics roll. And hope if you're
I-
following, give me another athletics
Yep.
roll.
Well,
Ooh,
the other
nice.
side of it.
Yeah, natural 20.
I
Nine.
will also follow.
Alright.
An episode of Extreme.
Because I don't have a -1 perception.
So give me an athletics roll with disadvantage because of your wings as you swim.
I was saying that jokingly, but got it.
They provide drag.
My God!
So Agdasol, the problem that you're having mostly is that your wings are mostly hollow. And so you try to swim down and then they sort of expand a little bit and drag you back up.
Yeah, no, Agdasol doesn't weigh very much.
Yeah, you're very floaty, and you're suddenly realizing that's a problem for swimming.
I will, while everybody's jumping in the water, I'll be like, "Ah, son of a bitch," and I'll start taking my armor off.
Fortunately, though, you're at least the only reason you're having problems at yourself is because you're very floaty. You look over and see Hope flailing madly, trying not to drown.
Well, I'm very floaty. Can I
He's swimming
float across
time.
the water a little bit and stick my head in so I can look under the
Yes, you
water?
can. Give me perception checks.
Okay.
Waldron takes 10 minutes and casts water walking on himself
Okay.
and just walks to the middle of the lake and sits down and waits for
21.
everyone.
All right, 21. Selena. So yeah, you swim all the way down, pulling yourself down to the ground.
As
me another
Waldron
perception
walks
check,
past,
Selena.
Agdasol comments, "Stingy."
You didn't ask. I can do this all day, literally.
13.
Also with Staphylus, yeah, you're swimming around. You're sinking, certainly, Staphylus. That's not the issue for you.
Nope.
Make me perception check, Staphylus.
Okay.
So
That's a 6.
Alright. So Selena, you see
I mean,
Staphylus.
I could fix this problem right away, but I think I might anger everyone.
Selena, you see Staphylus sort of drifting down into the darkness of the oasis as you realize this thing goes a lot deeper than anyone thought. And Staphylus, you're sort of floating down. You haven't seen the ground yet. Am
I starting to get a headache yet?
Starting to feel a little pressure.
So, John, I have a mechanical question for you.
Yes.
So, water walk has 2 modes. If you're on the land, you can just start walking across water. But if you cast it on someone who is already submerged, it sort of acts as a life vest and carries them to the surface.
Correct.
Can you, if you are willing, not do that and just keep swimming? Or is it
Put the
forcibly
text.
take
Can you
everyone
put?
to the surface?
Can you put the text
Yeah, I
of
can do
the
that.
thing in the chat, please? Spell grants the ability to move across the surface of any liquid such as water, acid, mud, snow, thing. As if it were on solid ground, creatures cross molten lava can still take damage from the heat. Up to 10 million creatures you can see within range. You gain this ability for the duration. If your target a creature is submerged, the token spell carries. Sorry, no, it's not a may. It is a. It happens so long as the spell is active.
But if you're already on the surface, can you just choose to swim, or will it just keep carrying you back up?
It'll keep carrying you back up.
So it's like swimming in a life vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're fighting against the water walk spell at that point, basically.
Okay.
If it said it lets you choose to, or if it says a creature may, then that would be a thing you could control. But as the spell is read, it happens.
Okay.
Agdrasol, you're looking down and you're seeing how deep this is. And sort of just piecing together the information that you have previously been given. If this is a tunnel in the oasis meant to siphon water away from it that isn't known by the populace, it has to be deep.
Yeah.
And it's not something you're going to be able to see from the surface.
Are there any animals in the water?
There are. Yes, there are some. There are schools of fish.
Speak with fish.
Agdrasol will try and make his way towards Boldrin.
Okay. So
Boulder's just sitting down. In
you
the
can
middle of
make
the
your
lake.
way across the water easily enough because you're so
Okay.
buoyant.
Yep.
Everyone else that's swimming in the water, give me athletics checks to try to correct yourselves, or to stop drowning, or to stop falling.
Hey! Ha!
All right, Mara, you or Hope, you sort of clamber. Are you trying to go further down, Hope, or are you trying to get up out of it? What are you trying to do?
Up, out, no,
Yeah,
I don't like this.
You correct yourself and just sort of clamber up onto the shore.
Do you want
Ugh.
another one from me?
Yes.
Okay.
Just and what are you continuing down further or?
Yep.
Okay.
And I will give myself advantage on this one.
All right.
I will start swimming out,
18.
assuming my armor's down.
Yep. So what was that, Corbin?
I'm assuming my armor's off by now.
Yeah, your armor's off by now.
Okay.
So yeah, Selena, you continue swimming down. Corbin, you start swimming down as well.
I start
Stavros,
swimming over to Boldrin.
you're you swim over to Boldrin. Stavros, you're trying to swim back up and realizing that it's not working,
Okay.
and you're
We're
starting
gonna
to
keep trying.
you're starting to feel that pressure build.
Okay.
Can I, like,
Selena-
looking directly
Selena,
down? Can
at
I
this
still
point-
see him in the water?
Selena, at this point, you're also starting to feel pressure build around you as you go down.
Okay.
Boldrin, give me a perception check.
Perception. 22.
You can just make out his horns and head.
But
If
I assume I'm more than 30 feet down at this point,
Yes.
because
No,
that's
okay.
the range of water walk.
yeah, I can't life vest you if you can't get within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
All right, so Selena, you are swimming down. You're feeling that pressure build. You still haven't seen anything.
Keep them going.
All right. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Give me another athletics check.
Almost.
Stavros.
Hold on. Let me check and make sure. I am almost certain that that Genasi have dark vision.
Let's
but
be honest,
But
most
you
races have
do.
dark vision.
Yeah. We were in the caves. I don't think you had a problem before.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I could have been wrong at that point. Even to be fair,
We have previously been wrong about tieflings in relation to dark vision.
no, Fire
so-
Genasi absolutely have dark
Yeah,
vision.
yeah. All right, Stavros, you are starting to flail a bit. Give me an athletics roll with disadvantage. See if you can
Okay.
correct.
And I'm looking up the information on suffocating right now, because that's where your drowning comes in. But disadvantage. Doop.
So while that's happening, Agdrasol
Three.
No.
gonna
Yep, Addersall. So yeah, you get over to Boldrin, and Corbin, you're swiftly after.
ask Boldrin, can any of us talk to animals
Uh,
or turn into animals?
Ironically,
They
the
don't
one
normally
person.
talk back when I try.
Ironically, the one person that could do that is no longer with us. Someone should probably
know
go get
the-
Staphylos.
I know the one that doesn't talk can turn into a.
Oh shit! And I'll dive.
It's
So-
okay. I've got 3 minutes.
Sorry, I was waiting for the conversation to finish up here before I, because I'm assuming
Sorry.
I'm right near him at this point. So you guys continue your
Boldred
conversation.
and Aaron, yeah. You're Boldred and Idrisol still talking.
I know that whenever 5 feels like being present, she can turn into a horse.
I suspect that spell is viable for a number of different animal forms, but the one person that we had that could actually speak with nature is no longer with us.
Well, you have that spell that lets people breathe underwater by any chance?
No, that one's not even within the domain of most clerics, barring those who are clerics of the sea. That one's more of a druidic magic.
Also,
Walking across the surface is the best that I can do.
So I know that it's very vague, so it's up to DM Viat, but what is your ruling on casting spells underwater? Because you can vocalize, you are not silenced.
No, you're not silenced. In my mind, though, the problem there arises with somatic or verbal components are very specific. And water rushing into your mouth and lungs as you're trying to talk causes problems with getting the specific nature of them.
So if I do this, I'm fine?
Potentially, yes. If you cover your
Okay.
mouth, but then you're using your air, so you will start
That's
suffocating.
I do this,
Okay.
and I am casting, since I see the Minotaur starting to drown next to me. I am I reach over, touch him, and cast gaseous form.
All right. Does that affect both of you, or just him?
No, I can only
Nope.
do it on one person at a time.
So you cast gaseous form. That does take all the air in your lungs, though.
That's fine.
So you are now drowning or suffocating. And Staphylos, you turn into cloud.
You are now a bubble underwater.
You are now a bubble underwater. Yes. You are muted.
You're muted.
Jack, you're muted. We cannot hear you at all.
Narratively appropriate.
And now I treat liquids as though they were solid surfaces. Thank you, Jeremy. That is super helpful.
Well, to be fair, you're less dense than water, so it's trying to push you to the surface.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
GM?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You're.
All right.
You are currently a minotaur-sized fart bubble rising to the surface.
Okay.
Unless you wish to go further down, because you can control your movement and enough to counteract that.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to be like, this is very strange, and start to float up.
So, a minotaur-sized fart bubble floats past you as you're starting to swim down. Corbin.
I'll just. What?
What's happening up there? Out there, I call out to the people in the center of the lake.
Yeah, Hope is on the shore.
Because I'm on the shore. I'm nowhere near anyone.
A lot of foolish things are happening right now.
Uh-huh. What's new?
Beach
So-
day.
Selena, what are you doing now that you're starting to drown?
I'm checking it. I'm checking the ruling really quick.
I'm still swimming down just in case.
You were just looking at how do the suffocation rules work?
So you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con mod.
Okay.
When you run out of breath or are choking, you survive for a number of rounds equal to your con mod, minimum of 1. and afterwards you drop to 0 hit points and are dying if you can't, and you can't regain hit points or be stabilized until you can breathe again.
All right, so I am making at least 2 minutes worth of trying to swim down to find this fucking tunnel.
Okay.
Because I have 4
Rounds.
minutes before I start to suffocate.
Okay.
Although, hang on, that's you can hold your breath for a number of minutes.
You just let out your breath.
Does saying the verbal components let out your breath and put you straight
Oh,
into the
that's
choking
right.
phase?
No,
Yeah.
it would put you straight into the choking phase.
All right, read that again. I'm trying to judge because he's trying to push as much as possible.
Yeah.
You got 2 rounds before you drop unconscious.
I look up, I see Corbin's coming down. I'm like, he'll catch me.
And the athletics rolls with
When you go unconscious, your body starts to float upwards. So
Not if your
Not
lungs
in
are filled with
D&D.
water.
I want to point out that without it actually
physics-
working, Boldrin is getting what he wanted out of his divine intervention.
so Corbin,
maybe
you're
not
swimming down.
D&D, but in physics, that's how
I'm
it
keeping
works.
close. I'm keeping close.
Yeah, you're swimming down. What did we get an athletics roll from
Oh.
Selena as well?
I
I'm not going to say disadvantage yet, but your muscles are currently
Oh.
on fire and burning.
I do need to.
'Cause oxygen
Sorry,
is
I
important.
did just cast a higher than
Actually,
cantrip.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Actually, you use your.
I did use it previously. Do you want to make it go off now?
Yes, I do. Because this is
Okay.
a dramatically appropriate scene for that.
Oh, boy.
96.
What is
Damn.
96.
You and all creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
So
So I
it
was
goes
40
off,
feet away.
and you're not sure if anything happens.
That's fine. Hope that there are no needlefish down here.
Then you see a swordfish.
A
Mother-
lot of
That's okay. That's
Seagrass.
slashing damage.
seagrass.
No, that's
Very,
fine
very
then.
pointy.
Then if it
Sea
went
urchin.
off, then I'm using the advantage again for my athletics.
Okay.
18.
All right, you swim down. Make me a Constitution saving throw now.
23.
You're starting to feel a lot of pressure. It's getting hard to swim at this point. But
Okay.
you managed to push through. Corbin, if you're following, I need a Constitution saving throw from you as well.
This is all part of the test. I am 100% certain of it. This is all part of the protections and guards and wards and shit that are set up.
This
Yeah, I
is
got
funny.
that.
Yeah, you're also feeling this pressure, but you're swimming down. And Selena, as your vision is starting to blur and blacken and come in on the edges, you get that staticky effect that you get before you're about to lose consciousness.
Uh-huh.
And your hands sort of hit you stopped paying attention. You were just swimming.
Right.
And you punch into something hard in the mud underneath you as you reach the bottom of the oasis. And you sort of instinctively grab, and you find yourself holding on to what seems to be a metal grate of some kind.
Good luck opening it at the bottom of a fucking lake.
Yeah, you're not able to open it. But as you sort of start pulling on it as your vision just and you're unconscious. Corbin, you see Selena go
Scooping.
limp and start floating.
Yeah, scooping straight
Right.
to the surface.
Athletics check with disadvantage as you're trying to drag Selena through the water. How many rounds do you have before you drown, Selena?
Motherfucker.
Same as your con
14.
mod.
The 3.
Okay. All right, Corbin, you're swimming. It's harder swimming up than it was down because
Yeah.
you're sort of lugging Selena, who it's weird that it's harder to swim up than down because typically you just float up and the natural buoyancy of your body pushes you out. It's almost as if the depth of this oasis are trying to hold you down.
Well, that's nice.
Almost like we've hit the protection point.
Give me another athletics check.
How long has it been at this point?
It's only been about a minute or so.
That's too
I'm
long.
probably on the surface by now, right?
Yeah, no, you're
Uh,
definitely at the service.
Boldrin just, I'll be right back, dispels his own water walk and starts sinking because he's wearing full plate.
Yep.
Do
Holds
you
his
see
breath.
us swimming up?
Yeah, he takes a deep breath and holds his breath while
Okay.
he's sinking down.
Another athletics check with disadvantage. Corbin.
All right.
I'm
You
waiting until I
realize-
can see them.
You sort of realize at this point how deep you've gone.
17.
All right.
It's getting
Um,
easier, guys.
It is. It's getting easier as you get up and up. After another few moments, Boltrin, as you're just sort of sinking, you see Corbin swimming up with what looks to be an unconscious Selena.
Water walk on the three of us.
All right, you three bodies shoot up into the air and back onto the water.
Oh goodness.
Selena is currently unconscious.
Yeah, I'm just, if we're water walking, I'll rush to the shore because I'm not going to, it's water walk, not all of a sudden you can layer down on the water.
I mean, you can, but it would be kind of weird to do CPR on the water.
Yeah, just keep pushing her head underwater. So yeah, I'll sprint to the shore.
All right. So carrying Selena, you rush to the shore.
Oh, God, what'd she
Seeing
do?
you running up, Adolfo looks over, mutters a small poem and waves a hand, and healing energy rushes into Selena, who coughs violently as water comes spewing out of her lungs. But you are awake again.
Okay.
Healing word healed you for, because you were at 0. You healed for 7.
Okay.
So you're at 7 hit points.
Sweet. So she sputters, coughs. Not 667, 7. Cotter coughs, sputters, gets up, like grabbing ribs for about 5 seconds, and then
Job, don't drown.
found the grate. It was a success.
Yeah, except for the part where you nearly drowned.
Worth it.
Okay, it's your
Where did-
funeral.
Where
No.
where is this grate?
Oh, for God's sakes. I knew you all were up here, and that should something happen bad, one of you guys would help me out. Isn't relying on your friends something that you guys all keep talking about that you need to do?
Jack, you're muted.
No, I'm not.
Talking to. Okay.
Aaron is muted, however.
So Staphylos in gaseous form is trying to say things.
Actually, no, you're not in gaseous form because I went unconscious.
Oh, you went unconscious.
That's right.
So
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So you're-
That's a concentration spell.
you're
Never
back.
mind.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
Staphylos is just right there with everybody. I am thinking there is a problem with a grate at bottom of lake. Then, if that is what was found, we will need to, how you say, probably get rope attached or something to help us pull open. But as far as we are from shore, is probably long swim.
Actually,
I have a thought.
Selena,
Yeah?
would you be willing to help me with this? I
With
can
what?
probably get rid of that grate pretty easily. But I'm going to need someone to get me back to the surface of the water because I won't have any air in my lungs once I do.
Well, I had a thought about that, and I'm looking around the oasis.
Okay.
Is there anybody that potentially, I mean, I'm not going to say this is a tourist trap, but it does seem like a very touristy thing in the middle of a desert.
The Oasis is the capital.
Yes.
Luxuria is a tourist trap.
Mm.
I mean, but an oasis. There are probably shopkeepers around
Sure, yeah.
that do their best to monopolize on the fact that they basically are positioned around the only massive pool in the middle of the super hot desert.
Oh yeah, no, there are certainly like
Let's go see if we can find somebody that sells breathing apparatuses.
sure.
Then we can get
Start
down there.
putting my armor back
Those
on.
of us who
Try to
are
dry
there
out.
get down there, can cast spells without doing what I just did. It's worth
Good
checking.
plan.
Aaron,
Right.
you are still muted.
Find out, and if you don't find a solution, I have one, but I'll need someone to pull me back to the surface.
Yeah. In that vein, also the possibility of someone who charges for castings of water
Water.
breathing or something. Yeah.
All right. So, anyone who's going to go searching for a scuba shop, give me an investigation roll.
I am not. I am sort of
Whoop, that wasn't a
watching to
disadvantage. So
see if
22.
anyone's noticed or paying any attention to the people who have apparently decided to go diving down in the middle of the lake, because I'm not sure how many spies there are. In
You
this
look
tiny-
around, and give me a perception check.
I got a
Okay.
19.
Natural 20.
16.
So, Hope, you look around, and mostly you just see families playing in the beach, playing in the water. There is like an older guy sitting on a boat out in the middle of the oasis, like a little not quite kayak. With like a floppy hat and what looked to be reflective sunglasses on, just sort of leaning back. He doesn't look like he's doing anything, which is suspicious in and of itself.
Yeah.
He's sort of sitting on this boat, watching people on the shoreline, which includes you guys.
Uh-huh.
Hope goes after him. He's just sitting there resting.
I'm peeling away from the rest of the group as they go off to find a scuba shop. And I'm just keeping an eye on him. If I can make an investigation check, I have advantage against deception. But,
Well, you're just watching him right now, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
No, so
Yeah.
it'll continue to be a perception check in this case.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
Boldrin's still sitting in the middle of the lake, so
Yeah, Boldrin hasn't moved.
Yeah, but I
sitting-
can't get
sitting
out to the
on
middle
the
of the
water.
lake. Last time I
You're
tried to swim,
subtle,
I started
Boldrin.
drowning, so
Yes, I
I
am.
panicked.
You are super subtle.
Meanwhile,
I absolutely am.
Steph, Lyselina, and Agdrasol, you very quickly find a hut, not a hut, but a sort of a merchant stationed on the lake, and actually near to the aircraft, to the airship docks. Sort of the ideal place, really. That has a variety of what he refers to as underwater navigation gear. You go in and look at it, and he has basically like set up on like mannequins in the shop. There are these large metal tanks that have these teal colored crystals like floating in the middle of them. Like sort of they're metal tanks, but they have like sort of glass like around them so you can see inside, and inside there's just a teal crystal floating in the middle of it. The tanks have nozzles that come off and connect to what looks to be a mouthpiece, at least as it's positioned on the mannequin. And it has like sort of these goggles that you would wear sort of in addition to everything on them. As well as, in some cases, what look like shoes that have been elongated out into flippers.
There's some weird ass shit.
Hey, how much for these things you have?
You're looking at the underwater navigation suits. Yes, these are a specialty of Illan. We sell them constantly. They are in quite high demand for those that wish to plumb the depths of the oasis, as it were. This particular model allows for several hours of swimming with fully available air the entire time. This one comes out to about 250 gold a unit.
And
Do
it
any
lasts
of them
for
have
only
wing
few hours.
Several, roughly 4 hours, I believe, is our longest time. Yes.
Is this for rent or purchase?
Typically for rent. If to purchase is much higher.
Interesting. Because my friend here is wanting to look under lake for, I don't know, seashells or some nonsense, which I have told
Buried
him
treasure.
repeatedly. Seashells only to be found in sea, my friend. This is Oasis.
Buried treasure.
Yes,
I
I
keep
could have
telling
sworn you said seashells.
buried treasure. I don't give a shit about seashells. I've told
Anyway,
you far too many times where you can stuff those seashells.
yes,
I'm
but would not
sure
be
there is
comfortable.
some buried, like, underwater, huge amounts of gold and shit. I know it's there.
Anyway, my stupid friend here is wanting to breathe under the water. So, yes, go ahead. Buy your thing.
You're a stupid friend.
That is what my mother always told me.
Okay, so
He's sort of staring at you blankly right now.
that's a high price. She said that one's for several hours worth. What do you have that gives for far less time?
A snorkel?
Interesting. And how much is that?
10 gold?
Okay. There,
$100 for a snorkel.
In a fantasy world where snorkels are a rarity, yes.
yeah.
That's fair.
It's
So
probably less than a cloak of the manta ray would be.
It is.
what if I need to see if I have anything that will help me here. Why did I take charm? Why did I remove charm person from Reddit?
told you he has another solution.
Yeah. This would be so easy.
Would be.
I mean, her alignment hasn't actually shifted to evil yet, so I'm not going to immolate him.
Oh, good.
I mean, that would certainly cause it to shift to evil if you wanted to do that. You'd also be immolating a citizen in the middle of the capital city of a foreign nation, and
I mean, I would have gone invisible.
Just be sure to yell, "This is for the shifting sands," right before you do it.
Yes. I'll think about that and I will come back.
certainly we are open quite a long time.
Wonderful. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any competition?
You're taking lessons from me. I'm so excited.
No.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, if I succeed in this, she was mostly just saying it to piss him off, but
That's always a good idea.
20!
No,
What?
no.
Okay. You always want to check. Not that I'm sure your prices are very reasonable. But you always, you want to shop around when, I'm sure you would if you were trying to buy something. You're a good businessman.
He's just
I'm
giving
assuming.
you.
I'm assuming you're a good businessman.
He's giving you a look so flat it's lost the third dimension.
I mean, not based on any evidence, but I am assuming that. So
Staphylos grabs Selena and just drags her out. At this point,
So
I
he's
mean,
dragged a lot of places.
You are fulfilling that thing where you were introduced as the stupid friend.
you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it if you want him to buy it.
she leaves. Like, I guess I will. I'll talk to you later. Good luck. I hope you don't go out of business soon. Bye.
What'd she do?
You can tell
You
from
drink?
his outfit that he probably does very well.
Yeah. Her comments are irrespective of that fact.
Yep.
And once we leave, she just smiles a little bit and like, all right, let's go back to our priesty friend.
You are very interesting, fire girl. I will say this for you.
I mean, let's be honest. We weren't going to pay 250 gold for some stupid fucking greedy nappy ladies. Probably doesn't even work anyways. So
If does, you know what you could do.
steal it? Yeah.
Well, there is that, but also to make money, wait for someone to start drowning and then charge them, say, 400 gold.
Yeah.
Don't give her ideas.
Yeah. Something to keep in mind for later. But anyway, as greater visibility swimming down, cutting a tube. I will save you for money. No,
I do
she's
not think
not
invisibility
evil
work
like
well
that.
underwater because then there is just bubble that looks like you.
No, let's go. Let's go.
Back at the Oasis, or back at the location of the Oasis, which isn't too far away from this place. Hope. You're just sort of watching this guy. He's just sort of sitting in a boat, leaning back on a chair, letting it float. Doesn't seem to be heading in any particular direction, just letting the water currents take him. Just sitting there, watching people. Looks to be human. Sandy blonde hair. Tan
Does he
skin.
have red rubber thing that goes across
No,
brace
does not have,
with no shirt?
No, it does not have a. Has a towel with a robotic arm. No.
Yes.
I'm gonna swim out to him.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Can you swim?
This time I can.
You
Apparently-
hit the water and
Swimming
remembering
is really hit or miss for me.
that, oh yeah, that's right, in order to swim I need to move my hands and my legs in unison in a direction. You start swimming out. As you get closer to him, you see the boat that he's in begins to move further away.
Uh-huh.
And it's not like he's not really like doing anything necessarily, other than looking at you as you're approaching. But like every time, like you sort of head down, swim, head back up, head down, swim, head back up, and every time you sort of like look to check, you seem to be at roughly the same distance from him. The boat seems to be just lazily moving, but fast enough that you can't seem to catch up.
What am I seeing? Am I seeing a boat slide across the water?
Yeah, you're seeing this. You're seeing Hope swimming after this boat. It's just lazily moving, and keeping a certain distance away from Hope.
If I put my head
Agrisol
down,
is
do I see
combing
something under
his
the boat?
wings.
No, there's nothing under the boat.
I swim faster.
I mean, athletics check. At
Okay.
roughly this
I
point,
don't have detect magic prepared, or I'd take a look.
at roughly this point, the rest of you get there, and you see Hope splashing through the water after a guy in a boat that's just moving, just sort of sitting there, floating through the oasis.
So here's the question: does
What
the
the
boat float past me, or does it try and keep away from me too?
It's not getting near you, no. It was never near you to begin with, but
Is it not near anybody at all?
no, it wasn't near anybody.
He just wants to be alone on the lake.
What is Worry Fear Girl doing? What is
It looks like
commanding
she's
word?
swimming after that guy. I don't know why though. She kind of just went off in a direction and then just jumped in the water. I've been watching for a minute and I'm so
Eventually
Okay.
she will
curious.
get bored and come back. We need to
Hope-
go down tunnel.
You're starting to get tired. Your arms and legs are starting to burn. You still can't catch up to him.
I flip over and begin to float.
Okay.
Sort of, I keep an eye on him in the corner of my eye.
All right.
I'm trying to float nearer.
You're trying to float nearer.
Just
He's not a boo. If you don't look, it's not like if I look away, he comes nearer.
I'm
He's
trying
just a dude
He's
on a
please
boat that wants to be
float
alone, so
closer.
he's enchanted his
There's
boat to
notes
stay
that
away
I'm
from
getting
people.
Closer.
He is a weeping angel.
So as
That
you
would be bad.
float on your back,
Uh-huh.
the boat continues to move
Mm.
and eventually gets to ground, and then he gets up off the boat and walks away.
I.
Lena, do you recognize that one?
I will take a look.
And then I get up. And I
Anyone
go-
familiar?
Give me an intelligence check.
He's just a dude.
10.
Not familiar to you. Some blonde-haired dude with glasses and a tan.
I mean, he could be disguised, I suppose, but
He looks like every surfer bro ever.
Kinda, yeah.
which in itself is pretty suspicious. Let's be honest. But
Does
no.
any of us have I'm asking this in character. Do we have any context for the boat chasing barbarian?
No, we have no
So,
idea. She just walked
I
off.
just
Hope, are
I
you
just
swimming
feel
back?
like
No, I've got my hand on the boat.
Okay.
I'm standing there by it.
we're all
Ed-
just sitting there watching. As
So
it
yeah,
goes
you're
off
watching
the
Hope
top,
sort
and
of standing in the shallows next to a boat with a hand on the boat.
I
What
just
size
want
is
to
the boat?
point out-
It's small. It's like a kayak, kind of, not quite.
So not all of us could fit in it.
No, it's like
No.
it's halfway
Hope,
between.
We are going to need bigger boat.
It's like halfway between a kayak and a raft. There's like a chair like mounted onto it, but
It's a
Selena
one-person thing.
says,
yeah.
Selena says, I just need to point out that y'all keep talking about how worried you are about me, and how I'm going to do terrible things. I have
never
yet to
experienced
accost
people.
random men in boats for no apparent reason.
Adolfo just sort of
Boulder's still sitting in the middle of the lake.
Adolfo just sort of
I
leans
can
over.
be not.
It's-
It's not mutually exclusive.
I think there might be
I can
something
be
wrong.
worried about both of you.
Adolfo sort of leans over. I think there might be something wrong with your barbarian friend. I think maybe the sun, maybe too much, maybe heat stroke, something. I'm not certain, but
Gee,
I don't know.
Adolfo's
Maybe she's
not-
just
yeah,
claiming
That's
that
not some
boat.
guy
That's
you
hers now.
recognize either.
no, not as far as I
Okay.
can tell.
Maybe she just went to go steal that boat. I don't know. Just walked up. This is mine now.
Dragging the boat over.
All right, Hope is
With the
dangerous creatures in this oasis.
Mhm.
dragging the boat over.
I slowly make my way over.
Just
Saying
steal
nothing.
a dude's boat, because why not?
At
the look on
Everyone
Freya's
else give
face is,
me-
like incredulous and like
everyone, give me
a
perception checks.
little horrified.
Including me or not?
I mean, if you would be looking around other than looking at your allies.
8. I don't see
No,
him.
probably not.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I
as to why
probably
she's
see it
bringing
with a
boat over here.
26.
13.
Selena and Agdrasol, both of you see what look to be uniformed people coming towards the beach, heading towards Hope.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
16, did I see that as well?
Lena,
Yeah,
any
you
chance
saw it
want to go
too.
hang out with Boldrin?
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I'll pick her up and fly over towards where Boldrin is.
Okay.
She's still under the effects of my spell as you're flying over.
What spell?
Water
I
walk.
point at how I'm sitting on the surface of the water.
Yeah, but
I don't have to fly you over.
this is
I
more
just don't feel
fun.
like it.
Boat, put it down. We have things to do. Leave it alone.
So yeah, I'm going to the center of the lake, presumably with Selena.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you guys are over there. At about this time, Hope, you hear from behind you a cough that seems to direct your attention.
Yep.
And you turn around, you
I
can
turn
see
around.
what has to be the local guard, considering what their outfits look like. Pardon me, ma'am. We have a report of someone chasing after a man in his boat, and looks to me trying to make off with his boat.
No, it's just borrowing it temporarily.
Seems like even I know
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
You're gonna have to come with us.
Everywhere you go, Hope. Everywhere you go.
How
Okay.
close is this happening to the group?
I feel like this is rogue profiling.
Hey
I
Boldrin.
let
Hey
go of the
Boldrin.
boat.
Remember when I was the big legal problem within the group? Remember when
Yeah,
you thought I was a horrible criminal?
It feels so far away now.
Uh-huh, right?
Do you go
Good
with
times.
Do you go with them, Hope?
We've got the. How many people are out in the middle of the lake so far?
The rest of your party. There's also a variety of families and children
Uh-huh.
around.
I'm still on the beach.
Corbin's on the beach still.
Corbin's still out on the
I
beach.
thought Corbin and Staphylos stayed behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's say-
Staphylos is still on the beach.
So Corbin, Stavros, and Adolfo are all on the beach still.
Oh,
That's why I was asking how close is
What-
this happening to the group?
It's like 60 feet away, up the coast.
Mr. Adolfo, you are good at talking to people. Is there any way you could arrange maybe to calm situation down?
Well, I certainly could if she hadn't been holding on to the man's boat when the guards arrived.
Yes, that
Tell-
is
it's-
problematic.
It's very hard to tell the guards that the person wasn't stealing a boat when they were holding the boat that they are accused of stealing.
Tell him somebody said that one was a rental and it was due.
It might be better.
Fuck, we're new. Look at us.
It may be better to convince a lighter sentence for
Mental incapacity.
misadventures after the processing has been done.
Very good. All right. Well, I will go follow and keep eye on
I will go as well.
worry afraid girl.
So, Hope, they sort of pull you up.
Staphylos turns to the group that's out on the water right now, gives a very elaborate and expressive shrug, and then turns around to go after Hope.
They clap manacles on
You
you
get a wave goodbye.
and escort you away from the oasis.
Mm-hmm.
You see that man sort of standing off to one side, arms folded, watching you go. Make me an insight check.
Mm. 9.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure, you can make an insight check.
If it's deception at all, my
24.
minimum is 13.
It's not really deception.
Okay.
It's just a this man is really hard to read. Like,
Why is everyone here so hard to read?
Staphylos, you're looking at him. There's a bit of amusement to this man standing off to the side. Much more amusement than you would expect someone who reported someone having harassed and stolen their boat would have.
Mm-hmm.
Like this isn't like cathartic. Oh, karma happened to a person. This is closer to, oh, you silly thing.
Right.
You don't know how to play this game.
Staphylos will give that guy a sort of apologetic shrug as well.
He nods to you. Hope you are taken a few streets away to the jail, where they sort of sit you down on the bench and begin processing. Eventually, you're taken over to a cell, which is fairly clean, made of sandstone with these crystalline bars. They open it up, put you in, close it, shrink. You're still in your manacles,
Mm-hmm.
and they go about their day. There's a particularly foul smell in this room. You realize that the person curled up in the corner was either really drunk or has soiled themselves, or both.
Mm.
What you doing?
Stupid. This whole entire thing. Is
Do you
the
say
bar
that? Do you say that out loud?
probably actually? I'm annoyed.
You hear from the corner. I wouldn't say those things out loud if I were you.
Why not?
Because it makes them unhappy and they stick you in here longer.
Who's them?
Who do you think, girl?
I'm having flashbacks to The Last Jedi.
Right?
Yeah.
My name is DJ. Don't trust him. Kill him now.
I
never
liked
saw that
him.
movie. I don't know this reference.
He sort of lifts his
Um,
head, looking a little groggy. This is a dark-skinned elf, interestingly. You think probably a half-elf, because there's definitely like week old stubble all over the face that elves don't typically have. Long black hair, disheveled, brown eyes. So leans up, looks over at you. Hello, my name is Nautilus. How are you?
Good.
Good. What'd they have you for?
Stealing a boat.
Wow, stealing a boat. Well, you as drunk as I am now?
No, definitely not.
That's
I
fair,
drank some
that's
weird
fair.
blue stuff. I'm fine.
Oh, you're coming from Luxuria, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, the blue stuff. I don't remember the name.
I have no idea.
It's very good, though.
So you're not from here then?
Me? No. I am, how you say, visitor.
Mm-hmm. Why were you here? What are you in for?
Partying too hard. Apparently, if you sleep with the king's daughter, there are problems.
Mm.
Wait, no, it might have been the king's son. Or was it both? Something happened. I don't quite remember.
All right, we got to bust this guy out of prison.
I'm wondering if this guy has
What's-
any connection to the Shifting
How
Sands that we can
how open
him out
is
killing
this
him.
jail? Like, are the guards within earshot, or is this
They-
like more closed off?
It's the sort of the front like wall is bars, and you can see out to other cells and to the like common area. If you talk quietly and like further away from the bars, they wouldn't necessarily hear you, but
Okay. No. So I'm like nonchalantly ish. As nonchalantly as I can, which is not good because I'm really bad at lying. Try and like move the conversation further if he's close.
he's in a corner.
Okay.
He's at
yep.
basically
So
the best spot to be if you don't want to be heard by the guards.
okay. Yep. So I go against the back wall too. Sit down.
I am from Tiram, far off to the fuck. What's the direction? You ever drink so much you forget directions?
Mm-hmm.
Up on the map and right on the map.
Mm.
You're looking at the map. Up and right.
Is
No.
that
Northeast? Northeast. Yes, northeast. Tiram. Lovely place if you like mountains. Shitty place if you hate mountains.
mm,
You hate
I don't think
mountains.
I've never been to mountains, so I don't know. I'm neutral on mountains. Wise.
Neutron Mountains, so are many people in Tiram.
Mm. No, because we're here now. Because I'm from Core. And-
Kor. I've heard many legendary things about Kor.
Yeah. You ever met anyone who was there? Who's been there?
No.
Yeah.
Terra, we are what's the term? Isolationist.
Mm.
He sort of sits up. But they told you how long you'll be here.
Did they?
No.
No.
Oh, that's bad. That's typically a long time. They didn't tell me how long I'd be here either.
How long have you been here?
How long does it take you to sober up after having 1, 2, carry to 3? You know the oasis?
Mm-hmm.
You know how deep it is?
Yeah.
That much alcohol.
Sheesh.
I party hard.
How are you not dead?
That's the question I ask myself every day.
Me too.
I have not yet found an answer. At roughly this point, you see Staffless and Adolfo reach the location if they're going inside.
I
Oh,
went with 2.
And Corbin.
they're here.
Damn it, Corbin was the one that I needed.
We are here to talk about the one who is touched in the head and thinks boats are for free.
Yes, our boat thief.
She
What do
is
you want?
crazy, I think. Right, Mr. Adolfo? She's-
Yes, unfortunately, our friend appears to have a predilection towards, what's the term? Shiny objects. Not necessarily actually shiny objects you understand, but objects of that would attract one's attention and might seem interesting and special and important. Unfortunately, she does not quite grasp the concept of ownership and simply thinks that all things that are interesting and attractive are free and thus freely available to go up and grab. This has caused us quite a bit of frustration.
We are
going
trying
through the
to
ways,
teach
as you
her.
know, yes, it's a long process, though. He's going to roll a deception with advantage. I think that's one of his expertise skills.
Good lad. I knew having a bard around was going to be helpful.
So yeah, Adolfo continues on this really like you begin to you realize that about 3 times he shifts tracks in this really long and winding explanation. And very subtly goes and ends up talking about how Hope's poor deceased grandmother left her with a boat collection, like sort of a toy boat collection as a child, and it's really that sort of started the infatuation with boats in general. And so as you can see, if the man's not pressing any charges or anything like that, it's really, you should just let her go. She's not quite all there. She talks to the air and things like that, and you can tell.
Staffless is just kind of off on a corner trying to go, toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat? Toy boat.
And
Toy boat.
the guard is like trying to follow but not able to. And, all right, just pay the fine and we'll let her go. And Adolfo just pulls some money out of his bag and puts on the table. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know how it is with the world. I mean, you have children and just just continuing on as another guard goes over and unlocks the door and like reaches in to go get Hope and pull her out.
Dude just got Burt Reynolds.
Yep.
Hope, you see the guard coming over to you as Nautilus looks over. Well, it seems like your friends are here for you. Reaches out to sort of hold out a hand to you. Pleasure meeting you, by the way.
Yes. I shake his hand and I'm going to try and pass him. one of my jars of acid?
Okay.
Question mark?
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. I'm enabling him escaping from here. Listen. Or he'll drink it and die. This is not
It's a question
is
well
a
thought
toss-up.
out.
recognizes
go for
what
it.
it is. Oh, thank you. I've been thirsty for so long.
25.
So,
Damn.
yeah, no, you slide him this thing, and you realize that in the handshake, he left you a present too,
Yes.
as he just sort
Okay.
of lays back down into a corner. You have a piece of paper in your hand.
Not for drinking. And I head out with everyone.
All right. Yeah, so Adolfo, continuing to just talk this guy's ear off, waits until you're closer to Stavros, and I thank you very much. I appreciate your sisters. Continue doing your good work in protecting the citizens and the city from all sorts of terrible thievery. Bye. And just right out the door with Stavros and Hope and Corbin.
And
Back in the lake.
yeah. I'm looking at the thing in my hand.
All right, so really quick, back at the lake, is there anything that you guys are doing, or are you waiting?
I am
I'm
not
just
getting
wait-
my wings wet again because I have to groom them after that.
Should I have on the beach with a towel going?
No, probably like a little comb.
Yeah, just a little bird comb. Just
Yep.
While I'm about to explain things, I'm also looking around. Is Boatman coming back?
Yes.
Because the boatman has a talent for disruption.
He reaches over, gets in his boat, and sort of rides it further into the oasis.
Is he keeping an eye on us now?
I mean, he's always been sort of just vaguely watching the coastline and everyone around.
Yeah, but we're in the middle, so we're not near the coastline.
The boat is positioned in such a way where you're between him and the coastline, so
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to tell what he's watching.
Just got sunglasses.
Yeah.
Oh, first off, Boldrin just kind of looks across at him. He's very good. I don't think you're going to let someone like him stop you, though, so I have a little bit of a plan to get the Great out of our way. What I'll need is for you to hold on to a rope that I'll tie around myself, and then if you could, dispel the water walking on myself, and I'll deal with the Great when I get down there, but I won't have any air left in my lungs afterwards, so I'll need you to pull me back up when I tug on the rope.
Okay.
Quest.
Yes.
Like, just drag you. One, is Boldrin wearing heavy armor?
Yes.
You might want to.
I'd hoped
We
but
can
I'd hope
drag
to
you
have-
up, but you
I'd hope
might.
to have Corbin, to get me back up, but he's wandered off.
I can do fightery stuff too.
Yes, but, well, that's fair. If you think you can handle the weight of a 145-pound dwarf in my plate armor.
No, that was my point. Is that even with Corbin here, you probably don't want to be wearing plate armor.
It's the only way I'm going to sink fast enough.
So
Actually,
Okay.
that's a fair question.
fuck it, let's do it.
Are dwarves built stockily enough that they'll just sink?
We've never tried it.
So yeah, as far as I know, I might need the
Tried
armor
it.
to sink.
You've never tried it, and dwarf tossing isn't a sport, so...
Yeah. So,
Right.
Yet.
because the dwarves would kill you if you tried.
Also, they're very hard to toss.
Are they though?
They
Yeah,
are.
they fight back.
Are they?
They tend to squirm, and they're not exactly ergonomically laid out.
And they're not aerodynamic.
They're not small enough to
Aerodynamic.
use a catapult spell on.
No.
So, I
Gnomes, on
tie
the other hand.
I tie rope around myself.
Okay.
So hold on to that end, and if you could kindly dispel the water walking that's keeping me on the surface.
I mean, you can just end it.
No, it's not a concentration spell.
Oh, it's not a concentration spell? Never mind.
All right,
It
let's
just
do
lasts for an
this.
hour.
Should we wait for everybody to get back here?
Depends on how fast you want this done.
All right, down you go.
Bloop.
I hold my breath
Alright.
and I sing.
What's your constitution score?
5.
Just for clarification, what level of a spell is Water Walk?
A third.
Third.
Okay,
Just
so
a, just a, just a base
so
to
it's
spell
just a
that.
base. Yeah, that's why I was checking.
So yeah, you and go into the water.
Right.
Those of you on top have the rope. How much rope is it?
I gave 200 feet.
200 feet? Okay. You're sneaking. I'm sneaking. The rope is going down through the water. I'm trying to think of how deep this thing would be. Jack, you would know. How deep
Yeah.
underwater does light stop reaching?
Probably about 75 if it's considered like just standard water.
75
Especially
feet?
75 feet, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so yeah. Baldrin falls well into darkness. The rope almost runs out before it stops going down. And Baldrin, you hit the ground.
Do I see this great?
Give me a perception check.
Come on, stop rolling like shit. God damn it!
You start searching around, and all you're mostly seeing is mud and shells.
I keep looking until I find it.
Mhm.
I've got several minutes of holding my breath.
Yep. After about 3 minutes, you manage to find it.
Okay. I find it. I tug on the rope and then fabricate the grate into, let's say, a nice, like, series of interlocking rings. That is not like, just like take all of these pieces of metal bar and just condense them into a little ball.
Okay. So you cast the spell, they go, and there is a burst of pressure as something shoots you upwards as the hole is now fully unsealed. You realize that the grate might not have been the only thing there that you turned into a ball. And as soon as this shockwave pushes you up, you feel the water dragging you down.
I pulled the plug.
Oh no.
See?
No.
This is perfect.
See?
Soon we won't need a boat.
I mean,
This
Selena wanted this.
pouchy little
Selena
ring.
wanted this grate gone. I got it gone for her.
I just saw on Selena. Give me a raw strength athletics check. Give me a strength athletics checks to see if you can pull Baldrin up.
Yeah, athletics. 19.
Whoop.
5. All right. So Selena, you feel the rope come loose, and then yank you back down a moment later as you hit the water. Fortunately,
Okay.
you've got water walking, so you're sort of laying on the water, holding the rope as sort of a stopgap. Agdrasol, you're like, are you hovering in the air? Or are you on the? Yeah. You,
I'm mostly hovering in the air.
so you almost get yanked down into the water, but Selena sort of being between you and the water provides a stopgap, and you sort of rear back, flapping your wings mightily, and start reeling the rope up as best you can. At roughly this point, it did take you a while to fall down, and a few minutes to search. Staffless, Hope, Adolfo, and Corbin are on the way back, and Hope, you were looking at this thing.
Mhm.
And you open up the paper and it says, Boatman got you, huh? Well, if you want help in that particular regard, just come ask Nautilus. So you read that on the paper.
Mhm.
The rest of you see Agdrasol wings flapping wildly, hovering above the water, struggling with a rope, trying to wrap it up.
The
I've
fuck
gotten
are they-
up and am brushing little bits of flicks of water
Help
off of
would
me.
be
from my flag.
delightful.
Huh? What?
Help.
Oh, right.
Corbin, you still have water
Really
walking
a
on, by the way.
doer when it comes
Yeah,
to
I know.
things.
I was gonna run out to the water, the water's
okay.
edge, and then like test it to see if it's still active.
It's still active.
Okay, and then I'll run out there and just like, what the fuck are you guys? Where's Boldrin?
Yeah, hey,
Making
guess what?
stupid decisions and talking me into
Hey,
helping.
Corbin, remember when I was the one who did really dumb shit?
Yeah, it's spreading.
Remember how long ago that seems?
Do you help pull the rope, Corbin?
Yeah, I'll grab the rope because I put 2 and 2 together.
Give me an athletics roll.
I did what I was told.
I mean, Agdrasol's actively saying, help, 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 so it's...
13.
Okay. Between the two of you, you manage to... And after an excruciatingly long time, you manage to pull Boldrin out of the water.
I still had a minute to.
Boldrin, you know, you're out of breath. You're just about... You were at suffocation point when you hit the air, so there's a big, long gasp of breath from Boldrin.
Ah, shit, we didn't catch anything.
As you say that, there is a fish stuck in Boldrin's armor just flapping.
I will pick it up.
I mean, this one seems pretty small. Should we throw it back?
I water walk the group of us.
That's a dwarf joke.
Here's a question. How many people does water walk hit?
10.
You did check.
Thought it was like 8, but
I mean, it's enough for the 4 of you.
Up to 10
Yeah.
willing creatures you can see within range.
okay. Agdrasol will tap down on the water because now he's not going to sink.
What's the water doing? Is it like, are
Be right
we
back.
having a
Nope, water's fine.
circular?
Be right back
No?
1 second.
Okay.
The water's
Just
fine.
got sucked in.
That would be a very impressive drain.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, doubtful that drain was the source of water for the oasis.
Also, it was
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
It would be an
Yeah.
impressive drain if it was
Yeah.
like
I mean, if it was a
Jack, you're muted.
grate, then it's an open thing that water actually flows
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
movement there.
It
It's just
wasn't
there's,
a hatch.
I was just wondering about
Right.
the suction.
there's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
level
But
of
if it
pressure
was a grate
differential
with a
now that it's
spell on it.
unrestricted.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
that's true.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, the
Yes,
the rapid removal of the grate caused a pressure differential, which is what was the sucking.
Yeah.
Well, it's no longer in our way.
So now there's just the problem of actually getting down there. And if Hope has a court date.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
hope.
back
What
to
the
shore.
fuck?
Oh, hi. Yeah? The guy was watching us.
That is not crime. What you did is crime.
Yeah, he was watching us.
Okay. Oh my god.
Staphylos grabbed
Oh my
head in his
God.
hands by both arms, or by both hands, and just looks at her with a very, very open, honest, sincere face. That does not matter. People are allowed to do that if they want to. If you do not wish to be watched, you must stay at home at all times. You
Yes.
understand what I say?
Mm.
Hope.
Yeah.
If you, I understand what you're saying. Somebody was watching us and therefore probably works for the shifting sand,
Mhm.
right? So why did you let them know that we knew?
Because you've already done that. You left a message on a wall.
Why did you let them know that we knew that one individual person, we knew who they were? Exactly.
So court date, yes, no?
No.
No.
Adolfo, take care of whatever in with guards.
Yes, it seems that the head guard has a particular soft spot for dumb children, and I play to it.
Okay.
Well done.
Right. Well, if you want your way in, the way's open. You just need to get down there.
That was the question I was trying to ask, but you guys really wanted to go ahead with things.
What?
How are we getting down?
Well, you won't be able to for another hour because that's how long the spell lasts. But
I won't. Agdrisol will flap his wings, go up in the air, illustratively, like, point to himself. Not using magic for this.
Mm-hmm.
I float.
It's a long way to swim down, and we can't breathe underwater because
I would have, for the record, I would have been fine if I hadn't had to keep this one from drowning.
No,
yes,
Just
You are point at me. Yes. While I appreciate offer, I would have been fine. Just for future reference, if anybody care.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying. That's
I
why
understand. Yes.
That's why I
reaction
didn't
in
think that
emergency
far.
thing. Yes, of course. No, but
But
I had not yet said thank you. And while that was slightly backhanded, thank you is what I am trying most for.
you're done.
So,
So Edrisol,
if
you were.
I think the question is, how do we get everyone down there safely?
Yeah,
Everyone make me an intelligence check real quick.
because while I can get down there, we don't know how far the tunnel is water covered.
that too. Like, how far
12.
to where we're going? Check or save?
Check. Flat
15.
check.
Just
It's
kidding.
the
it doesn't
same
matter.
regardless. I don't have the or proficiency in.
Everyone except Corbin realizes that the palace is a couple of miles from here, and the tunnel theoretically connects to the palace.
Right.
Honestly, wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah,
We know.
That's kind of what Agdrisol is trying to bring up.
Yeah.
miles where we can't breathe.
Like,
All right, but
I'm
this
not
is
saying this is a bad plan. I'm saying that I feel like there's a step one, go down, or there's a step 2 or 3 that is currently a question mark and needs to not be a question mark before the plan is executable.
That one is profit. I know 3 is profit.
4 is profit. 3 is get to the palace.
Well, if you're looking for ways to function underwater, there are plenty of equipment that can be purchased or rented here in
if somebody
Illan.
else should do that.
I have 8 gold.
And
so
if
probably
money
not.
is a problem, then there is probably plenty of work to find here in the city. It is the capital city. There are always people that need things to be done.
Don't they make potions?
They
or
weren't
something
willing
like
to
that?
wait until you guys got back. Can we go and do a job and have the funds to storm the castle?
Hey, it's probably best plan.
Do they have an alchemy shop nearby?
Are you?
I feel like there is a point that I should be making right now, which is if you really, really need to make money, I work for a merchant guild.
That would.
Okay. Those fucking things are 250 gold a piece to rent.
You
There's
only need to rent them.
There's 7 of us. How long is it going to take to make quick math here? 14 1,750 gold.
Less than that, because I could buy one now.
I was thinking
1,500 gold.
there may also be Well, none of us have it, and that's kind of inconvenient. There are spells for breathing underwater. There are various other options that, while they don't deal with everything,
Then
might.
we're almost to level.
Yeah, I don't know if I get a spell next level.
I do, and I can switch spells out. And I don't know if water breathing is on the sorcerer spell list, but I'm going to
think
find
it
out.
is,
Here
but-
in a
It
sec.
is. It
Really
is.
quick, really
Oh.
quick. Hope, what are you doing with
Yeah.
that? What are you doing with that letter?
I'm keeping it.
Just tucking it away?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Are you trying to do so in such a way that nobody notices?
Probably.
Sleight of
Oh,
hand.
well, in that case, I'm going to try and see.
Sleight of hand.
This is
Cool.
going to be against all your passive perceptions because none of you are
Okay.
aware that this is a thing that needs to be looked at.
28.
No, I don't notice.
I don't think any of you notice.
Passive of 17.
No.
Probably the highest in the group.
But yeah.
9.
So yeah, Hope.
I may have.
So standing a little bit further behind everybody as you're having this discussion, looks down at the note, sees the, if you got caught by the boat, huh? If you need help in that regard, come find Nautilus.
Mhm.
Fold it up, put it away. With that strange encounter with the strange man from Taram in a prison cell who apparently slept with the king's son and daughter. That's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.